You don't think that's information you should have disclosed to
Grab
us
the microphone and put it in front of your face for a second.
Yeah.
And just push the cover on.
Yo, I don't have a heads.
Yeah.
Be a good boy.
Be a good boy.
Be a good boy.
Is that better?
Can I take this one?
Huh?
If this, I thought this break, by the way, was more than one box.
What?
It's one box.
It's what? Wait, no, it's more than one box, isn't
He
it?
said one box. Oh, sorry. I thought he said one box break for. I think it's 175 per box. Then would it be 175 per box? Oh no, I'm not
It's a
doing.
whole box break.
Yeah.
So is that every box on
Division.
that table?
No, just one box.
One box, yeah. That's what I thought.
Because one box goes for, what's he selling for, 1,500?
Yeah, I think so.
1,775?
Fucking nuts. I'm all set, thanks.
I don't even want to talk about how terrible of an investment.
I'll keep doing my WWE Revolutions. Base Mac Jones goes for $100 right now because no one's pulling it. You're gonna tell me. You're gonna tell me right now that they didn't delay this so they could take some of the shit out of it. Because after when Donruss came out, there was Mac Joneses in every other pack, every single one, and now there's not.
He still hasn't ripped a Mac Jones, as far as I know.
I never saw. I have.
Teddy, you're gonna need a mic.
Yeah, I've never.
didn't know we were,
But the thing is, the thing is, in last
Well,
year's
this is
Prizm-
what I do. Just hold on. This is what I do.
Yeah.
I hit record
Yeah.
at what I feel is the opportune time.
Yeah.
I like it.
And I just don't tell anybody about it.
I heard the music, so I assumed you hit record.
That's just how I live my life.
That's fine. You
That
know,
works for me.
I live close to the edge. It's how I lost all this weight. It's just a lifestyle, man.
It's a lifestyle.
It's just a lifestyle. It's just what I do.
It's just
I
how,
said-
it's how I live.
I went into today going, okay, I'm not gonna eat pizza, and then I was starving, and I was like, I need pizza, so I ate like a piece of cheese pizza.
yeah, you know what? It's okay to indulge a little bit. Everything is
I
okay
have a
in
cheat.
moderation.
I'm literally trying to use like Tuesdays as my cheat day. It's
You-
like, which I think is fair because we're
It's
here.
probably a good cheat day as long as you don't also use Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays as your cheat day.
I mean, any day that ends in Y, Teddy.
Look, there's two people that I think have a leg up on the competition with this loss/gain challenge.
Yes.
Yeah. So for anybody who listens to the podcast doesn't know, I don't know if you guys had brought it up previously, but we are doing kind of like a Biggest Loser type competition for everybody in the shop, and everybody has weighed in and recorded their weight, and then I just want to tell the story of. Don't laugh at me. I just want to tell the story about when my beautiful, sculpted in the shape of Michelangelo's David body got on that scale. I was 180 pounds.
Oh no, really?
So I'm almost 6 feet and 180 pounds.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, I'm a goddamn stallion.
Yeah, goddamn right.
I'm a goddamn stallion.
Goddamn right you are.
So the way I said it is because he was like, well, do you want to be on the lose side or the gain side? And I said, I think I should be the gold standard.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think everybody should have to come in
To
to
you.
where I am.
Yeah, that's fair.
The closest you get to Tony is
The winner.
Is the winner.
Yeah,
So you have to also,
and by percentage and all that shit. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope that, I've passed you up.
What are you? Where's yours?
I was
one.
I was 195.8.
Ooh.
So yeah,
You hold it well because you don't look 195.
yeah, it had gotten a little out of
does.
control. It had gotten a little out of
I
control.
don't think he does. I thought he. I legit.
No, I
looked
say
at it.
he holds it well.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you guys, but I do want you guys to know that I'm at a nice crispy 190. So
Already? Wow,
yeah,
nice
so
job.
I'm in it to win a little intermittent fasting.
Oh, so it did something to you.
Yeah.
It did something to you stepping on the scale.
Yeah, but like this historically happens. Like there's a track record of this, and that's why like, look, you got to live your life doing what makes you happy.
Quarter mile at a time. What? Okay.
Yeah, well, you have to do what makes you happy, but you can't also allow that to kill you, right?
Yeah.
So, I do love indulging. Like as an insomniac, like nothing is better than Hostess snacks between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m.
Is there
God.
ever a bad time for a hostess snack?
No,
There
but 2
isn't-
a.m., 5
there
a.m.
isn't, but there's
a
a
great
best
time for one.
Yeah, there isn't a.
I'm going to tell you right now, a Hostess apple pie at 2 in the morning
so good.
is god tier levels of things that I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I do the strawberry shortcake rolls.
Ooh. Oh man.
Yeah, I can crush a box
Wait,
of those.
what happened? Oh, I was number 2. God damn it! I turned mine down. Sorry.
God damn it.
Yeah, I can crush those easily.
Yeah.
Like a whole
You know what
box
you got to
of them.
do, honestly, and I mean, it seems like so much common sense, and yet it just slips. It slips by everybody. You got to not have them in the house.
Yeah, but I got kids.
It's if anybody's.
That's
your
the
kids
big
should not be eating
Yeah,
that.
no. They're gonna eat their snacks.
If you don't buy it for them, they won't eat it.
No, that's ridiculous.
What are you talking about? How are they going to acquire it?
I
They're
want
going to go
happy
to the.
children. Okay, I want happy children.
Okay.
And
You can have happy children without giving them Hostess cakes.
and I will eat any of their snacks. That
Do
are
I
in the
sound
house.
like somebody who doesn't have any kids right now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you absolutely do. Not gonna
A
lie.
little bit. So I'm going to explain something to you. Right now, under one of my cabinets, I have a pillowcase that's filled about maybe
Pillowcase.
a little under 2 feet high with candy from Easter.
What?
It's just in my cabinet. And it's an assorted amount of
Do you
of
do,
candy.
do you delve
Happens for
into it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And there's something about a Hostess coffee cake at like 3 or 4 in the morning. Like, it's so messy. There's crumbs all over it. And like, oh man, it's just,
You know,
you gotta
what,
cut
though?
some of those things out.
Like you say 4 in the morning though.
yeah.
I mean, the sky's kind of turning back to blue at that point.
Yeah, you gotta
You're
get
starting
it.
to hear some birds.
You already hear the birds. The sky hasn't changed color yet.
and
when I
that's
wake
a-
up.
That's a good time for a cake.
Absolutely.
That's when that's when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah, it's the best time.
Yeah, but you don't.
I don't eat breakfast. I wake up, have a bottle of water. I get in my truck. I reach back, grab another bottle of water, drink that on my way to work. Get to work. So 2 bottles of water down. Get to work, and I don't eat till probably about 10. Don't eat anything
Yeah.
till 10.
So
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. Welcome to the Trade Night podcast. I'm sorry.
What a weird crew we have, huh?
when Nick isn't here. He kind of keeps me under
The
control.
show
He-
is
yeah.
off the rails.
It's completely off the rails.
Oh
He
my
keeps everything
God.
under control. If there was ever a feeling that like I'm like, oh man, I needed Nick, it was right now. So welcome to the Trade Night podcast.
Yes, hello.
You got me, Tony Rotten. You got Certified T over there, and Slupo
Hello.
is sitting with us.
Yeah, hanging out.
Follow him on TikTok. It's very funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're in for a wild night. But I just want to show you something because, like,
Yeah.
I do this. Like, this is something that is not uncommon. That's why I feel so strongly about my ability to win. So I'm going to show you my weight tracker from last year. You can see where I was at March 28th.
Oh, so you got like a little
I'm
competition
sorry.
bug here.
Yeah, this is what I do. I want to eat what I
This
what I
isn't
want
just
to
for
eat.
you though. You want to win.
Yeah, I'm in it to win it.
Right.
But
Oh,
this is something this is
if we're
something
getting
I
competitive
always
about it,
do.
I might get competitive about it now.
Yeah, but this is something I always do naturally. So my weight as of May 28th last year was 198.4 pounds. By what do we got? July 7th, I was down to 177. So 5 weeks down 21.2 pounds. Like this is what I do. Like you can see it in the chart,
Right.
in
Yeah.
the graph. Like I will eat because I enjoy eating. There are times where for 2 months I just want to just kill whatever snack. I want to get as much sugar as I can.
Right.
But then I'll bounce back once it's getting out of control. So this happened actually at about a perfect time because it was almost exactly where I decided last year, like, hey,
Yeah.
time to cut it back.
Yeah, time to
Yeah.
shape up a little bit.
And all you do is, you cut out the late night snacks. I go back to my intermittent fasting, which
Water.
which is easy. And then all I drink, as you guys have seen, besides like an occasional something with a meal, like maybe once a week, it's just black coffee and water.
Black
Yeah,
coffee and
that's-
water. That's literally all I drink.
That's the only
Yeah, I
thing
mean,
I drink.
all I drink.
I'll tell you what, it's amazing. Whenever I just feel in general like crap,
Yeah.
all I have to do is think about how much water have I drank?
And it
And
literally
it's usually like
Direct
none.
correlation.
Yeah.
Direct
correlation.
correlation.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
none every single time I feel like hell.
Yeah.
If you drink a
I
gallon
just
of water,
suck on,
a day,
I
like
just
2
suck on
gallons of
this
water a day,
vape
you're
all
good.
day. I suck on this vape all day.
Oh, that
I
just
drank
kills us.
coffee. I ate. and I haven't drank a drop of water.
Yeah, and then like, oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna take me a little while to recover from this. But
I've started to be a little bad with my coffee habits, but not like super terrible with it. It's so
You
I
can
started
say super bad. It's
super
okay.
bad. I don't know.
Hey.
I was like,
That's all right,
yeah.
McLovin. Go ahead.
I didn't want to be like super bad about it, and it was really like I go to Starbucks now because one opened in Gloucester,
Yeah.
and I never really went to Starbucks, but my friend told me, he goes, "Oh, you got to try the chocolate cream cold brew,"
Don't do that.
and I was like, "Dude, there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
It's literally 200
Well,
calories.
there's cream.
Yeah, but it's like 200 calories. There's not as much sugar as you'd think, and I'm like."
There's not, and it actually is pretty healthy.
It's not bad. It's
Yeah.
but I mean, I'm not going to pay $5 every day for a fucking coffee.
Here's the, and you're right about that.
Yeah, fuck that.
Here's the hidden problem with that coffee though, is that it does have sugar,
Oh yeah,
and so because of that, it does something to your palate.
yeah, it does.
So yeah,
It's
so
like addictive right there.
correct. So
Yeah.
then I start craving stuff again, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta get away from craving
So
everything.
I made something with myself. It's like, so whenever I'm going to have multiple days off from work or a day off the next day, because I'm getting home so early from work now. So I was telling you guys, I was telling Tony at least, I usually get home like winter, fall. I'm not walking the door till 6:30, 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
This time of year, I'm walking the door at 3:30. So I still got a whole day ahead of me. Like,
Yeah.
so I usually get out of work, I'm like, oh, I'll go grab coffee. But I've limited to myself, okay, I have work tomorrow. I'm not going to drink coffee. It doesn't not help me sleep because I already have ADHD and dyslexia and ADD. So it's
Do you
just
not
like,
sleep?
no, I sleep perfectly fine. But if I drink coffee, I still sleep perfectly fine.
How long do you like? What time do you go to sleep?
I'm usually asleep by 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So you go
But
to
not
bed
bad.
pretty
So,
early.
but then
That's
I'm
good.
like, I kind of like toss and turn. I wake up at like 1 o'clock. It's usually always the same time to wake up at like.
What is that like for you, Teddy, to hear somebody saying that they fall asleep at 9:30, 10 o'clock?
Honestly, it doesn't bother me at this point.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying. It
Yeah.
should
But
bother
Teddy,
you.
Teddy,
I'm
Teddy,
just
the difference
saying-
is, I'm getting up when you're eating your Hostess fucking snack.
Yeah.
when
Like-
you're enjoying your Hostess cake, I'm getting up to go to hell for 12 hours.
Yeah, but do you just go straight through? You don't even bother sleeping at that point, right? I mean, it's over.
No. I usually my prime, like if I would say 80 to 90% of my sleep comes between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m.
I don't know how you do that.
So you sleep for
Because
3 hours? That's
a
it?
lot of times less, but that's
my good
like
God.
that spectrum right there. So I'll get 2-3 days of 2 hours of sleep, and then I'll sleep for 4 hours the next day, and I'll be fine.
I have no idea how you fall asleep when the sun's coming up.
It's the best.
I don't understand because
Do you not take naps?
no. A nap is different though because like if I mess up. Okay, if I mess up and I miss my window of sleep or I drank too much caffeine or I'm too
it's
wired
over.
and I go and it's 4 o'clock and I start hearing tweet, the birds,
Yeah.
that's it.
You're up, you're getting out of bed?
Up.
Yeah, but to me
I
that's
didn't
like white
fall
noise.
asleep. I screwed up and I'm going to feel like shit all day. But I cannot get back to sleep. at that
That's
point.
white noise to me. Yeah, like when the birds are just going absolutely wild.
Do you-
that's white noise?
Do you guys need, so I don't know if it really interprets to you, do you guys need background noise to sleep? Or do you need it silent?
I know I do it with the TV on.
Okay, yeah, so I sleep with my phone on. I listen to the exact same stuff.
Yeah, it's usually like a podcast.
Yeah,
or
I'll
a,
listen to there's 2 wrestling podcasts I always turn on to go to sleep because
Yep.
you don't need to look at them.
Yep.
Don't need. I put them on my phone and turn over and fall asleep every night. And even when I wake up in the middle of the night and I hear no noise, I have to go back to my phone, rewind it halfway, and go back to sleep.
I don't know if I've said this. I think I've mentioned it before, but I found a guy on YouTube who he repairs and services watches,
What?
and he just puts the camera on and he just services the watch and you can see it up close and he just explains what he's doing all the way through the process of servicing the watch.
That has
Fucking,
to be super
I
relaxing.
sleep like a log listening to this guy, and I actually find it interesting.
That's actually pretty.
but it
yeah.
still puts me right
Yeah.
to sleep.
So
Yeah.
my one of my coworkers used to a long time ago we went up to Canada to get our new boat 5 years ago, and me and him had to share a room, share a hotel room. He goes, "Do you mind if I listen to something?" He goes, "No, I usually do anyway." He goes, "Okay." He turns on the audiobook of The Perfect Storm every night.
That's great.
Oh,
And that's really actually good. It makes no. I really can't There's nothing to that. I need something to it. So the wrestling one's easy because they're explaining something that's happening and it's cutting in and out.
audiobooks were my introduction to falling asleep with something in the background. It was Harry Potter.
Yeah,
I
I
listened
so
to the Harry Potter
So another
books
good one.
with that British low accent.
Yeah.
Are you guys
kaboom.
readers at all? Like read
Yes,
books?
I do.
You do? I don't know. Do you do?
Not
You read?
really anymore. But
So
a bit.
when you read a book, you just read it straight up. You don't listen to the audiobook. You just read it on your own.
So
If you do,
here's my problem.
Yeah.
Here's my problem, and there is a bigger explanation
Yeah.
to this. I sometimes will buy books
yes,
because I like the look of it.
and you're old.
It looks like I'm gonna like it.
You're old.
and I like having a book.
Yeah.
I like having a physical book.
I can say that because I do that with video games.
It's true, but I like having a physical book.
yeah.
If I don't, I've tried to make it a point to actually read the goddamn books that I have purchased.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they'll just sit on the shelf.
Yeah.
And I'll do that. If not, if I think about it and I'm like, if this seems like a book that I would like to listen to on audiobook,
Yeah.
and I'm picky about it. If it's an audiobook, I like it read by the author.
Ooh.
So I
Okay.
only like audiobooks that the author has
Yeah.
read
That's-
themselves.
that's
No,
fair.
give me your most British accent.
Well, the Harry Potter one was different.
Yeah.
I did that at the beginning, but now I'm picky about it. Now I want I don't want to listen to J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
But, like
I want to watch her drop dead. Is that cool to say? Is that cool to say?
No, it isn't.
I think a lot of
No,
people feel that way though.
Yeah, I know. I'm not the only one, so
Yeah,
it's
she's
fine.
the public enemy #1 right now.
Oh, yeah.
Tony from. Oh, that isn't it.
Tony,
Well, I fucked that up.
well, where's Nick?
Yeah, to
Anyway,
me it doesn't
no
matter.
Nick, no Nick.
To me, it doesn't matter. Quiet, a white noise, whatever it is, like I'll go to sleep. So like what you have to keep in mind about like my insomnia was like there was a point where it was extreme. Like it sounds extreme now, but there was a point where I was getting like 5 hours a night of sleep, but I was only sleeping 2 nights a week. So I was awake for 3 days at a time sometimes. And that's where it got like kind of annoying. So like I'm just grateful for whatever I get for sleep now because it was so difficult before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But in terms of like hearing other people, like hearing their sleep stories and stuff, like it's a double-edged sword,
Yeah.
right? Because on one end, I'm like, oh, like that seems cool, like that seems relaxing, like people love sleep and like
Yeah, but it's the way you live your life, so you kind of like it almost at this point.
yeah, and that's the other end of it. I'm like, yeah, but they can't do some stuff.
Right, and there's a lot of private time associated with
You
that.
have
There's
a lot of
you time, right?
You have a lot of time.
A lot
to
of
get
you
good at things.
time.
A lot.
Yeah.
That's why
So-
he's so good at NHL now.
Which I
He's got so much time.
Which
on
I'm
his
like,
hands.
I'm the type of guy who likes my alone time and my me time too.
Yeah.
I do. So it actually sounds great to have that much time.
Yeah.
To just do whatever
no-
the hell I want to do, but I need the sleep because
Yeah.
the next day I'm useless. I'm useless
but
if
you
I only
also-
get 2 hours of sleep.
Like if you're somebody who likes you time, like there is you time that exists, right? You'll be at home, maybe it's 7:00 at night, and you just have like your space. But there's still other things going on that could grab your attention.
Right.
Like at 3 a.m, the world is asleep for the most part. Like
Yeah,
nobody's
you've said
gonna
that.
yeah, nobody's gonna hit me up. Like nothing's gonna be going on. Like, yeah, I might have a kid who wakes up with a bloody nose or something, and or has a nightmare or something like that.
But that's rare.
Yeah, but like that's a rare occurrence, and like it is the best type of you time. Not just that it's you time,
Right.
But it's the best type of you time because it is like 100% just devoted to whatever you want.
I mean, here's the deal. If I could take a day and sleep till 1, 2 o'clock
Yeah,
and then blast all the way to 4 a.m., then I'm good.
yeah, that would be ideal.
Then I'm fine.
That would be ideal.
Right, but I can't. I mean, on the weekends sometimes that can be possible.
Yeah.
What's the latest you sleep, Tony? What's the,
My body kicks itself awake at 10. I can't go past 10.
See, I can't even get to that. I get to like 7 now.
Well, that's okay.
I get to
when
7
I was
and I'm fucking.
okay, so
I'm done.
when I was doing plumbing and heating,
Yeah.
and I had to be at the shop at 6:45,
Yeah.
I couldn't make it to 7:30.
Yeah,
If I tried to sleep in,
Yeah.
didn't happen.
But the thing is, if I get back to sleep before, like at 7:30 or 7 o'clock, if I get back to sleep, I am not out of bed till 9:30.
Yeah.
I am back out cold. What did they pull out there that everyone's? Are they just,
yeah. So
this
so we're doing a for anybody listening, we're doing a
Sorry, I got distracted. I was looking at
a
them.
live box break in the shop. It's per division of Panini Prism football 2021, which means you still get all the good rookies, not like those incoming rookies who sound
Yeah.
like they all suck.
Oh, yeah.
The
Malik
car-
Willis, baby.
The cards look pretty good.
Exactly.
I like the cards better than last year.
They look nice, dude. They actually look really
I
good.
bought into the break. Hopefully, if I get anything,
What'd you get? What division did you get? Did you know?
I have no idea. I came in here.
Oh,
It was random divisions,
Oh, okay.
so I have no idea.
We
I'll
were-
find out when I'm done.
Okay, so were either of you guys here when I ranted about a little kid telling how much he could bench?
oh yeah.
You were in here?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You weren't here. You were in Italy.
I know the kid. I know the kid you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know him without even you telling
Which
me.
one is it? Tell me.
Huh?
Which one is it? Tell me.
It's the tall skinny one with the blue hat.
Yep, you're right. Good job.
I know.
Yep.
I know exactly. I know. Uh-oh.
What they hit?
101 Jalen Waddle. I really
Wow.
hope that's
Jalen
mine. I
Waddle.
really do.
Oh, if you got the AFC East, oh my God, Tony.
I probably didn't.
101.
It looks like
Jalen
somebody on
Waddle.
Instagram got it.
101 Jalen.
That's big.
Wow, that's
101
huge.
Jalen Waddle. I could have sworn that I saw that pulled somewhere.
There's more. There's multiple one of ones. One of ones aren't like one of one. Really
What the
anymore.
fuck? What are you talking about?
I think there's like a
There's
black
a black wave one of one.
101.
There's like gold. There's like other one of one. There's like one of one auto.
That's so stupid.
no shit.
Is it?
Yes. Yes. No, dude, I don't like that.
Why?
Do we call in a floor person? Who are we gonna call in to help us and guide us on what this card was?
I
No, 'cause,
really, I don't like that.
No, because different
you know what I'm
numbers.
talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? There's more than
Yeah.
one of one for everything.
Yeah. So like for example, like if you have a green wave, right? You might, or let's use orange. If you have an orange prism, it's numbered to 249, right?
Yeah.
And then there's just like series, like some things are numbered to 99. So you'll have a couple or a few one of ones in different like designs, but it's the only one of that card. So if you pull,
That's the black one.
yeah. So if they just pulled a black wave, Jalen Waddle, like that's the only one that will be out there.
I understand.
So, like,
I
it
understand
still
that
has
it's
its
still a one.
rarity.
I understand it's still a 101, but it's a.
But you don't like
know,
the idea of there being multiple one of ones. I can
that
kind of
many.
get that.
That many.
But I think there's only, is it
There's
two
probably-
or three?
Yeah, there might be 2 or 3, something like that. The thing is, like, I was thinking, like, maybe like I was thinking at first, I was like, when I first got back into cards, I was thinking case hits were like, I thought there was only like one downtown of each person.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And then I'm seeing all these downtowns, but I was like, oh, that makes no sense now, does it? Doesn't it? I'm kind of stupid.
Yeah, like I think sometimes we don't think about
Yeah.
the business, so like we don't think about Panini,
Yeah.
and like they're gonna clearly do what's best for them, and that doesn't always align with what's necessarily best for us. So like,
Yeah.
Of course.
why would they do like only one of one when they can get away with doing 3 one of ones?
I
in
get
different
why
colors?
they're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Look,
and-
if I owned Panini, I'd do the exact same thing.
Of course
Yeah,
I would.
But
Of
I
course you
don't,
would.
so I'm bitter.
but it's but it's a slippery slope.
And I have no money like them.
No.
But it's a slippery slope because you can't really have like 6 one of ones and people
No.
be okay with it.
Well,
I learned about this. I think with some of the Herbert cards from
Yeah.
like last year, like there was like people were getting one of ones. Like okay, so this is a very good example. So maybe that was just like the one of one black wave, right? Or black prism, whatever. That's that one. But you get a lot. It's one of one, like patches. So you're gonna get a one of one Nike swoosh.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a one of one in the exact same thing, NFL Shield.
let me just
A
see what
one-of-one
division I
piece
got
of-
real quick. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have fun. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
you're gonna get all that stuff, so it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah, they're gonna sort of find the best way that they can do it.
okay,
that
so
is
there's
still
they are
acceptable to
doing
the
each
public.
box. They're doing each box, but differently. I thought they were only doing one box.
Oh, I mean that's what I thought they were doing.
It's one box, but I think it's one box. What Tony get? Please tell me Tony got like the NFC South
Oh gosh.
or the AFC South. Oh, just brutal. Just. Oh, what'd he get? Come on. I almost told Bert, I go, if I can randomly get the NFC West, I'll do it.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, did you see they pulled a one of one?
Yeah, they pulled like a one of one dog shit nobody.
Yeah, it was literally. So I get a phone call and he's like, "Hey, who's this dude?" And he was a undrafted free agent, right? And he's like, "Oh, cool, we just got his auto." And then he pulls a one of one.
It's the black one. It's the black
It's Black Wave.
wave. Yeah, look at that. What the fuck,
Wait,
dude?
that's not
Is that
Black
the-
Wave. What is that? That's the.
What? Write that time down, by the way, so we can clip. So
Is
Nick
that-
can clip this.
Is that a black no huddle?
It's not no huddle. No huddle
That's
is the
not
circles.
huddle,
No huddle is
yeah,
like the
no
disco
huddle's
looking.
the circles. Yeah, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not the scope.
It's dope.
It's
It is.
so nice. I'm excited. I thought you were gonna give me a kiss.
Is that just the black prism?
I don't know. That's fucking.
Because it's not a black wave. Yeah, that's gorgeous.
I can't buy into this, man. I can't. I just spent $250 on those. Spent $250 on a box, but made my money back. I'll give.
There you go.
If I tell Bert, I'll give him my. Bert, I'll give you my Shawn Michaels if I can be in the break.
Dude, I'm a huge Shawn Michaels guy.
You want it? 250.
Okay.
Nah, I can't do it, dude.
Please tell
I'll
me.
never
So
move off that card.
so we would
I
we're
got legitimately nothing.
did you, what division?
Oh my god.
AFC South.
Yeah, I told you. I told him. I go. I bet you Tony got the.
I had the best division.
AFC South.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got fucking. You got fucking Trevor.
Yeah, I had Trevor.
Yeah.
I had Trevor.
That's
Yeah,
it.
but-
That's the entire thing. But if you don't
That's
hit
the
Trevor,
Oh,
you
wait a
fuck.
minute. I had Tampa, right?
You have Brady's. Yeah.
Okay, so I had Brady's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Trevor. That's it.
yeah, it's really Trevor.
And Travis Etienne maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
That's
have
it.
taken an
But
easy. I would
Trevor's-
have taken an anything.
Trevor's are a little rare right now. They're a little rare.
Yeah. So it's any quarterback.
Yeah.
So what is that? Did Bert say what that card was? Or was it just a black prism 1 of 1?
Black wave.
Black wave. So that's the black wave.
It
Yes.
doesn't look like a wave.
They can
Wow.
call it whatever the hell they want.
It's not the no. We know it's not the no huddle. That's fucking wild, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Unbelievable. That might be one of the biggest cards ever pulled in here. I'm not gonna lie. There's been some big cards, but that's up
Pulled,
there.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
yeah.
1 of 1 I've ever seen pulled in here.
Yeah, we've pulled a few one-on-ones. The Kyle Pitts was probably the biggest one before that.
I think this is bigger.
Oh yeah, it's bigger. It's bigger for
the
sure.
Kyle Pitts came. The Kyle Pitts came before the season, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is bigger because it's now. If you pulled this before the
Well,
season,
the Brady downtown was pretty good.
yeah, that's right. The Brady downtown. Does mine count?
What?
Mac Jones downtown. Does that count for this?
Yes.
Yes, that counts. Okay, so we got
I
the Mac
think you're
Jones
in there. I think
Mac
you're
Jones
in there.
downtown
You're
counts.
definitely top 10.
Yeah, definitely top 10. No, I mean, I'll take top 10 for anything.
Yeah.
That box in general might be top 3 or top 5.
It's just really whatever you can do to get off of any Seahawks players. Like
It's
DK
what I can do to
Metcalf.
get off, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all about getting off.
I've
That's what it's all
not
about.
touched a woman in a long time.
Oh man.
Oh, Slupo. Let's talk about it.
No, let's not.
What happened?
No, we're good. We're good.
Is it work? Is it work? Is it just too much work?
Too much, dude. What?
Dude, that's bullshit. Because if you
Not
get
too much work.
if you get off the boat
Yeah.
at 3:00,
Yeah.
you get nothing but
So
time.
I
Yeah, but
will.
he can't
I will.
really hang out at night
I
because
will-
he's got to be up so early.
I
in the
will tell
morning.
you guys right now. I am talking
you can
to
go to
someone.
happy hour.
I am dating someone right now.
Oh.
Dating.
Oh,
We're
okay.
just kind of talking. We're going on dates.
Congratulations.
Going on dates. She is a
Is this
wrestling
the
fan.
same girl from?
No, that girl's a cunt.
Okay.
Well, look.
Nick, cut that out. 27:42, I think.
Although I am not opposed to that word.
I'm not either. That's my favorite word in the world.
Just maybe
I
not
know,
directed
but this
at.
is.
It's a family show. Sorry, I forgot.
No, you're fine.
But no, we've been on a couple dates. She's a nurse practitioner,
Oh, that's perfect. That's
and she works dumb hours like me. So she got into work at 12 today and is getting out of work at 12.
Oh, okay.
But she's a little. This is the one I told you about in the car.
That's what I was asking.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one that I dated like over the winter.
No, I
The
was
one in the
saying
car,
is
the
this
odd
the one
one?
you told us about in the
The
car?
odd one. Yeah, she's a little odd. She's like very anxious.
Uh-huh.
So like she's always like, oh, we went for a ride the other day. We got.
In what are you, mad chill?
And that's what I said. No shit, right? But I'm not like anxious. Like this is like weird anxious. She's like, but she's a wrestling fan,
Sure.
which is huge.
Yeah.
Works those weird hours.
Yeah.
I mean, understands that she doesn't understand like video games and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Or
Doesn't care that you play bad
but she
video games.
doesn't give a shit what I play or what I do.
Right.
She doesn't care that I collect millionaires on pieces of cardboard.
Sure.
She doesn't care. I was talking to another girl that's dad and brothers all did sports cards. So it was kind of like at the exact same time I started talking to this girl. So it's kind of like weighing my options, and I was figuring like if something works out here, I'd rather be with someone that's like a nurse practitioner than someone that works as a manager in a department store.
yeah, it's probably a smart decision.
So I went with the safer option.
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
it's whatever.
Sure.
I mean, I went with, and I liked her more. She was talking to me more. And
I mean, take it easy,
Yeah.
Captain Lobster.
yeah, shut the fuck up. I probably make. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, of course you do.
Probably make more than
yeah,
her,
but
You're a
here's
lobsterman in Gloucester.
here's the
make
thing
a
with
bit more
that.
money.
Like You just got to make choices. You never know whether they're the right ones or the wrong ones.
I mean,
but
we'll see.
I think it was made in the right idea.
Have you've met up with her though?
I mean,
right?
we've gone on 2 dates. It's hard because we've been talking.
Where'd you go?
We went the first time we went to Cheesecake Factory. First date.
Ooh.
Can't go
time,
wrong. Yeah.
Second
Splurging.
time I let her pick, and she goes, "Can we go to Chick-fil-A?" I go, "Deal, let's go,
Dude, dude, if this doesn't work out, you send her my number. Nurse practitioner who likes Chick-fil-A.
She
Yeah,
goes,
exactly.
I go, which Chick-fil-A? She goes, which one's closest to you? I go, there's one at the the North Shore Mall in the food court. She goes, oh yeah, awesome. So she's like, I said, she was kind of odd. Like, we were in the car. She said, can we go for a ride? I really don't like shopping with people. I go, yeah, sure, we can just go for a ride. She's like, can we go to Gloucester? I go, yeah, that's fine. It's only 20 minutes away, whatever.
But then eventually you're gonna go
What?
shopping with her.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, eventually at some point probably. Like,
Yeah,
but she
eventually.
didn't want to shop. She's like, I'm really more of like an independent shopper. I go, okay, whatever. I don't care.
yeah.
So-
I wouldn't read too much into the odd stuff.
But then then we're driving around. She goes, oh my god, what are you gonna like kill me? I go, yeah, of course, yeah, of course, that's where we're going. We're gonna go to the dark corners of.
Yes, shout outs to Tony.
You
Robbins.
got fans.
I've missed that guy. Where the hell you been? Where the hell you been?
Good point.
I can hear him. He's just deaf.
There we go.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Let's get Mr. Swollen here.
Oh my
How you
God.
doing?
Wait, what's your name?
My name's Teddy. I'm certified
How we
too.
doing? How we doing?
Where you
Right,
been,
the
bro?
man himself. Are you guys on a podcast right now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No,
No,
you're
no,
good,
you're
man.
good.
You're good.
You guys on YouTube.
Ah,
You,
hey,
look,
brother.
you look exactly like the type of guy who would walk in during a podcast while it was going on. It just work, dude. It
Where's
works.
the camera? I'll play to the hard cam. Hi, Mom.
It works totally fine for your look.
You know
believe
not to
me.
look right into the camera. Come on now.
Where's the red light? Where's the
Yeah, you know where the camera is. The
You
camera
know-
loves you. It finds you.
You're Celtics or Warriors? I need to know.
Warriors.
Don't even start.
sorry.
He's a
I
Lakers
got
fan.
Warriors in 6.
I got Warriors in
If I
7.
goes to my head, Warriors in 6, but I want the Celtics.
Yeah, same. I'm Warriors. I think the Warriors are
The
going
way
to win this.
they lit us up like a Christmas tree last
Oh my god, it was gross.
Ah, yeah, it's tough.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Later,
All
bro.
right, brother.
I love him.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Where the
Seems
hell's
like a
he
good
been?
dude. I've never met him.
He
Seems like
was
a good dude.
there.
He literally is a wrestler.
What?
No, it's not
He's
like
he's an ex wrestler.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Looks like it.
He
Yeah,
used
yeah.
to- so,
That's
you
an
know,
elite back.
You know, you know,
That's a Marine back.
You know when you go to like wrestling shows at like gymnasiums and like shit like that.
Yeah.
You're like bum areas, and like you have the random WWE legend that's like 85 years old.
Yeah.
And they have like the kid that like the guy that comes out and like shit talks him, and then he comes out and beats the shit out of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically
That's what he was.
There
He
we
was
go.
he was the one that got the shit kicked out of him by every WWE legend.
I love
So it's
it.
basically the first fight from the wrestler.
Yeah, pretty much. He
There
is.
we go.
So he's
Do you have
very
seen
good
that
friends.
movie? You've seen that movie, right?
Me? I've seen parts of it. I've never seen the whole thing.
Oh, you're
Seen
out
the
of your
end-
mind.
Seen the end of it. Seen
If
the end
you're
of
a wrestling fan, you have to watch it.
I know I do. I like Ready to Rumble.
Okay, fine.
Ready to Rumble's fucking great. But
Little
no,
bit different, but
he's
yeah.
really good friends. You know the wrestler I showed you, Sasha Banks?
Yeah.
Very good friends with her. He was in her wedding.
Ah.
Because she grew up here and went to wrestling school with him.
Yeah, with her husband Jamal.
No, her husband. No, that was Bianca Belair.
Oh, that was Bianca Belair.
Who's Montez Ford? Is,
Yeah, Montez Ford. I was like, let me guess where they're from. Maybe.
Montez.
I told him those
good
names.
name.
I told him those names. He goes, you know what? They know how to market black people. That's what he said. He goes,
Straight
they know
up.
how to market to the black people.
Could you imagine if my name was Montez?
No,
Yo,
I couldn't.
That would be an absolute mindfuck. It
Like, would
be
you
great.
be able to
That's
even
like if
like?
you. That's like if you go to like.
You're like,
someone-
I'm gonna call you Monty.
Well,
Yeah, no shit.
yeah. Well, so here's the thing. I think we would figure out how much value names hold, because I think like
Right.
if your name was like Montez Ford, I think you're born with a seat at the barbecue. Like I feel like you would just
Oh,
be
really?
yeah. Like I feel like you would just immediately like.
I like the term "a seat at the barbecue." By the way,
Yeah, that's
Never heard that. I
That's
like
a very.
it. I
I'm
like
like,
it a
not
lot.
to be like racist, but that's a very black people thing I've heard.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
I hear that. Like whenever I'm on TikTok and like
That's
and
what
a
our-
white guy
our passes.
and like a white guy says something on TikTok and it like it stitches to a black guy. He goes, he's got a seat at the barbecue.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
a
I
very
haven't heard it. I like
It's
it.
a very
Yeah.
black.
Yeah,
It's a very
that's,
black.
that's what we use as our
Yeah.
pass, so to speak.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I think like that would probably happen with a name like that.
Right.
Like it would just be undeniable. I think
Well,
we'd
it's a
find
very
out the
pleasant
power.
fantasy, but alas, my name is Tony Martin, so
Tony Martin. Wow.
no seat.
That isn't even like. I was thinking like your last name was something that ends in a vowel.
You didn't know my last name?
No.
I thought
your
it
name-
before I found out your
I
last
thought,
name.
I thought your last name was Rotten.
I fuck.
There was somebody who thought.
Remember
that,
when
eh?
Tall Pete actually thought that?
No shot.
Yeah,
Really?
Because I was like telling him about my wife, and I'm like, I was talking about how I had a friend whose wife all of a sudden, like right before the wedding, didn't want to take his last name.
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, it was established right at the beginning that she would take my last name.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, Mrs. Rotten. And I'm like, haha, yeah. And I'm like, I mean, obviously that's not it. He's like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? What am I talking about?
I thought it was real.
He's like, he's like, your last name's Rotten, right? I'm like, who the fuck have you ever in your life
So
met whose last name is Rotten? He's like, what is it? I'm like, it's Martin's. He's like, oh.
So
He's like, that's
I was
normal. I'm
actually-
like, yeah.
Well, I didn't know it.
You can
because
pull it off, though.
Every account you follow me on all my shit is either not your name or it's Tony Rotten.
Yeah.
Every account that you follow me on TikTok, Instagram, everything
It's a smart move.
is Tony Rotten.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a
Like
smart move.
I don't like people.
I
Ask me-
have a Tony Martin's Instagram, but I don't even look at it anymore.
Yeah, it's just Tony Rotten now.
Yeah,
The persona is
Yeah,
just
exactly. It
encompassed you.
took you over.
That's where it is.
So
I
I
got
was
more
think-
followers on it.
I honestly, I got more followers on my fucking Twitch, Twitter than I do my own Twitter. I don't even use my own Twitter anymore.
Oh, yeah.
My own Twitter's like porn now.
Yeah, dude, it gets.
He knows all about that.
Dude,
It's
Twitter
heavy.
porn, Twitter
Yeah.
porn can like go from being like innocent to like all of a sudden you're scrolling through and you're just seeing some
Yeah, dude.
vile
I
shit.
didn't realize that they could
Oh.
do that. I
Oh,
didn't realize
yo,
they were
Twitter-
allowed.
Oh,
Yeah.
you are, but you don't
Dude,
make money on it.
It
It's
goes
just,
after you. Like it attacks your phone, man. When I tell you, it just takes over.
poof. It
Wow.
is something. Man.
I had to basically burn my Twitter because I was.
I have to delete my Twitter. If I ever get like super famous, if like one more person comes up to me in here and says, "Oh, you're Slupo. I know you from TikTok and stuff like that," that Twitter's gone.
Yeah.
That's like I'm getting too famous for this shit. I can't use that anymore.
Yeah.
Slupo, I actually have a question for you because you
Yo.
talked about the dating scene.
Yes.
So like, what goes into like your decision? Like, what are your standards, man?
The fuck was that? Oh, the camera.
We lost camera too.
Camera I heard that beep beep beep. beep
Oh, that was the one that Teddy was on. Fuck. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Answer him.
My face
So
is
I
important.
mean, it's not really like I don't know. Like it's really like nothing. Like I got to be attracted to him, of course. Like one of those things, of course. We got to have some stuff in common, and like they got to like kind of like give me the time of day. Like you
Okay.
can tell right off the bat if someone's ain't gonna give you the time of day. Like sometimes I'll talk to people and they'll like be like, oh, I'll say like, oh, like I'm playing video games right now, and they're like, oh, you play video games, and then after that the whole conversations like kind of change.
Yeah.
Like right there, you're kind of like, oh, you know what, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to deal with you. So I was dating and like kind of like it has to be like kind of like past their past kind of thing, like exes and stuff like that. Like I don't mind if you're friends with an ex, like that's fine. But if like you're like hanging out with your ex alone kind of shit, and we're talking, like that's kind of fucking weird. I think. I mean, I might be a dick. I might be kind of clingy, kind of something like that. It's kind of.
No, I think that's pretty
But
reasonable.
so I was dating a girl over the winter, like around Christmas time, and we hung out like 2 or 3 times, and we were getting really. We had talked for a couple months, and we hung out 2 or 3 times, and she was talking, and she goes, "Oh, what are you doing right now?" I go, "Oh, I'm playing video games with my friends right now. I can't really talk because I'm streaming."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, okay. I just really want to talk on the phone." I go, "I really can't right now. I'm sorry." So she goes, and then like I get done, I call her, I go, "Hey, what's up?" She goes, "Oh, sorry, I'm on the phone with my ex right now." I go, "What?" And she goes, she goes, "Yeah, I'm on the phone with my ex right now. I unblocked him. I thought it was like right to do that." I go, "So I couldn't talk, so you unblocked your ex?" And she goes, "Well, I didn't think it was a problem." I go, "It's really not a problem. It's just like
yeah.
it's just like I don't know."
not the
But then
greatest move.
it then went from like her doing that to her like hanging out with him like before we were supposed to hang out one time.
Yeah.
And then like talking to another ex at the same time.
Yeah.
And so I literally told her, I go, "Okay, choose him." And she goes, "What?" I go, "No, choose him. I know him better."
yeah.
So that that was like probably one of those moments where I was like so more proud of myself than ever it came dating. Because I'm usually the one that's like, oh, like I can do this different. And at this point, I was like, why the fuck am I doing that? I'm Sal fucking Lupo. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? I know I'm better than him.
You are Sal fucking Lupo.
I'm Sal fucking Lupo. But yeah, I mean, she doesn't care that, like, and I also dated a girl that called me a fucking child playing video games and playing
Yeah.
Fortnite. And I was
Yeah.
like, no, I don't want to be with this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you need to understand, like, people's things, like, what people like. Like, the great thing is, like, me and this girl got along right away because she had on her Hinge profile that she liked wrestling. And that was the first thing I commented on was that she liked wrestling. And then she goes, "Oh, a lot of people don't really like, I don't really like advertise that when I start meeting new people." And I go, "Well, I like that too."
Perfect.
So we'll randomly text about wrestling news like during the day and shit like that. I'll be like, oh, did you hear about Cody Rhodes? Oh, did you hear about what happened with MJF in the other one? And it's like, oh,
That's great.
Yeah, it gives
it's
you
great.
conversation.
Yeah,
things to talk
there,
about.
there ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
at
I
all.
don't think it's something good to
Was
talk
that
about.
was that big for you as well? Like common interests and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Was that-
absolutely. Yeah.
What about you, Tony?
What?
With your wife or like just previously in your life, having common interests.
Well,
was
you
that
know,
big?
you know what? It's weird with my wife because like my wife and I met like I'm gonna use a word. We met very analog.
Does that mean?
We met at a very analog time. There was no internet involved.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
No, like I met her through a friend.
Yeah.
We did. It was so like natural. We were kind of friends first.
Yeah.
And then they broke up, and then we started hanging out. And
Okay.
it just came. But I mean, like,
So you like swooped in?
I didn't though.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing. I've been with my wife so long,
Yeah.
and it's just we're like. There's
one unit. At
There's
this
so
point.
much understanding
Yeah.
that comes with just being with somebody for
Yeah.
that long. We've
Yeah.
lived together for so long. We've only been married a short period of time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what
We've only
you-
been
no,
married for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've been together since I was 20.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, so we've been together
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I mean, like, you know, common interests. We're both creatives.
Yeah.
So we're both really into art.
Okay.
We like talking about art. We have very different tastes in music.
Yeah.
And we love to talk about our different tastes in music.
Well, that's why I asked,
Like,
yeah.
Like she'll make me listen to a song, and then like I'll have her listen to a song, and we try to like come together with what we really like. Oh, we got Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Oh.
Mac Jones. I hope it's a biggie. But yeah, there's yeah, we've just spent so much time together. It's like you know, I can't really imagine anything else. It's
Yeah,
kinda-
that's where my friend's at. My friend's been married for like 2, almost 3 years now, and he's my age. And they've been together since his sophomore year of college. Like our sophomore year of college, she's about to be an NP. She just got pregnant, and I brought up the same thing. I told him the same thing I told you when you talked about. Remember how you were like, "Oh, I bring nothing to the table," and I was like, "Oh, oh yeah, you got to fill her right. You got to fill her right up like a toaster strudel or something."
Oh, you.
Yeah, you gotta bring something to the table.
You gotta bring
Dude,
something. My buddy said that.
Fill her up like a toaster strudel.
So my buddy was talking.
By the way, I stole that and I said it to her. She did not like it. She was like, "I'm not into that. What you just said at all."
I told my buddy.
She was like, "Nah."
My
Like,
buddy-
she gave me a nah.
Me and my buddy were playing Fortnite the other night, and we were all talking that he's like got to have a kid now, and he's like, yeah, she's gonna have a kid. She's going back to school. She's going back to school to be an NP. She's gonna make like $100,000 a year. It's gonna be wild. I go, what are you gonna do? He goes, I'm gonna sit my ass at home and do fucking. I'm gonna be a house husband. I go, you bring nothing to the table.
That's
He-
a great.
Dude, he
it
goes.
is. That's a great
Yeah,
gig.
He goes, He goes, Sal. I will be the best house husband ever. I go, I know you will. He goes, but you better hold up. You better wait. She's about to make all this money. She's gorgeous. You better watch out. And I go, you better put another. I go, good thing you put a fucking kid in her, or else she'd
Oh
be
my
gone.
God, Sal. You can really take that beautiful thing and really
beautiful
crude
moment.
it up.
Yeah.
Of course I can. Of course I can.
No, but
Anchor babies. Good
I'll
idea.
tell you what though. I'll tell you what, Anchor baby.
Good idea.
Jesus, Lord have mercy. Y'all need Jesus.
There's a fucking crowd at the table. Right
Yeah,
now,
no. I will say, being a house husband is a great gig.
Yeah.
But you got to make that your job. Yeah. So you need to do some fucking sit-ups.
Yep.
Like you got to be the eye candy.
Correct.
You got to be you got to rock her world, man. Like you got to be exciting. You got to fucking do the flowers and the chocolate.
You
and
also
the,
can't complain about
you can't complain about
a lack
anything.
of feeling of self-worth or any of that, because like at that point, dude, you're putting on for the team.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Like you're putting on for all men everywhere, because the moment you start complaining, then like, you know, every housewife has that in their back pocket as the argument against, you know what I mean, against
yeah.
you know, the hard work that we do on it, 40, 50 years ago and stuff like that, now we got to pay for their sins if we start complaining about being a house husband and how difficult the work is. How it's the toughest job in America. Like we could end up in a lot of trouble having a.
Who's this kid?
This one, oh, he's like a kid I always talk to here. He walks over and gives him the finger.
Yeah, he's probably gonna challenge you to a push-up competition.
Nah, not
Giving
him.
kids the finger.
The Sal Lupo story.
Oh my god.
Yep. Yeah, I'm always very curious about like what people sort of how they view relationships and like how like on the single market, and then like if they've been married for a while, things like that. So it's
single. Like I mean, I didn't mind being. I don't mind being single. Like I still consider myself single. I mean, I'm dating this girl, but it's like whatever. We're not. Together.
Not like together.
Like, but we're not dating or anything. We're not like boyfriend girlfriend kind of thing, like all that nonsense. We're just gone a couple dates.
I mean, here's the thing, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna come with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because like, and you got to do it eventually.
Yeah.
You know what?
You gotta. You kind of gotta.
You gotta. So I mean, like you're what 28, 29, 28,
or hold your ground.
You probably, I mean, you could.
Get to that point where it's got to happen.
You could, but I mean, you're getting to the point where, you kind of, maybe you're starting to think about maybe getting an apartment or something. Or
I mean, I was until COVID and everything was super expensive. I
Well,
was
that's a whole- I mean-
I was like about to. I was like I was gonna get one. Like I was getting there.
Yeah.
I was like preparing my life for it. I was like saving money for one,
Yeah.
saving money for stuff like that. And my parents trying to convince me not to. I go, I get a cheap house right now.
I think that'll open up
Yeah.
your dating life a little bit too.
Yeah.
Because I think you'll be more apt to like
The very good thing
want to
is-
spend more time on it when you have your own
She-
space. You can have her over.
Oh yeah,
You know.
She does also live with her parents, which makes it even easier.
Okay.
So that makes it very easy for me.
I know,
Yeah.
but there's something happens when you have your own place.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of
Makes it
it
better.
lets your dating life breathe a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause you don't have to
absolutely.
like worry about. You don't have to go out.
I-
You can just have her over and you can just
I was
Netflix
about to
and
say.
chill. You
I was
know?
about to say like honestly that's the biggest part. So for me, it was the ability to do something while doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you have your own place and you're just in there alone all the time. Like there does come a point where like you just want somebody there as well. Yeah. So like I mean, even me with my girl, it took a little while for her to understand that her being in the same room is
Enough.
is enough. So I'll be playing video games. I'll literally have my headphones on, noise cancellation, right? And she's in the living room. She's doing her crafts and all of that stuff.
That's the point that Patrice O'Neill was trying to make.
Oh, wow.
When he said
legend.
he said ladies, he goes, men want to be by ourselves,
Yes.
but we don't want to be
alone.
alone.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yep.
He's like, we just
forgot
want
about that.
you in the house,
Yes.
somewhere,
Yeah.
and it's true.
Yep.
It's true, and it's funny because like, because she'll say like, like I feel like you don't want to pay any attention to me. She's even said she's like I don't feel like you love me as much, and I'm like, why? She's like, well, because you're always in the other room. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's when I love you.
Yeah.
The most.
Exactly.
Like, because then I'm just sitting there and like I know that you're there and I know that we can reconvene at some point.
Men are like dogs.
Yo, yeah.
We don't give a shit about like what's going on.
I don't know if we're like dogs.
We're like dogs.
I actually
might
think
be
men are
more-
more like cats.
I was gonna say it might be more like
I'm
cat.
serious.
It might be, yeah, because we like our alone time, but we'll like wander back out. Hey, how you doing? And then we'll wander away.
Women are a little bit more like dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a probably,
I'm not
controversial
trying-
thing to say, but
That would
I
be
get what
funny,
you're trying
but
to
I'm
say.
not
I get what
trying to
you're trying to
degrade
say.
them.
But
I'm
no,
not trying to.
no, he's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's honestly that's huge for me. Like, and it took a while, right? Because it's not like really like a normal thing for not to generalize, but like for a lot of females, that's not like a normal thing when you think of like, hey, spending time like with your
Right.
significant others, like just being in a different room.
Yeah.
And I
But
think
it is. It totally is.
Yeah, and-
I feel like I spend time with her whenever I'm home. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I don't need her right
being
in front
there
of me.
with her is-
Yeah.
But I think like some of the stuff that's helped has been like honestly a lot of other people like screwing things up has helped that situation and it's helped her realize like some stuff. So she's like, oh, if what he needs to like if he throws everything into his work or whatever it is, right, and he needs to spend like 4 hours not talking to me, he's in the house, like he's not out
Right.
He's not, you know what I mean? Like, he's
And
not
I
away
tell her
from me.
that too.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have to understand, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm present.
Exactly.
Something comes up, I'm here.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not out.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for anything. I want to be here with you.
Exactly.
You don't need to be attached to me for me
Exactly.
to
For you
feel
to
like
be-
I'm here with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know that it's different for her, and she's expressed that to me. She's
Yeah.
like, "Well, I need more than that." I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
I
And that's
understand."
when, the compromise
Then
and
when
stuff happens and-
then if I'll consciously do it.
Yeah.
I'll seek her out. I'll be like, "Hey, how's it going? How was
Yeah.
work?" Like I'll make sure that I do that. Because it's important. If
It
she's
is.
telling me straight up that she needs it,
Yeah,
without
then that's
screaming in my ear, she's coming to me nicely,
Correct.
and asking me for it. No big deal. Just like I come to her nicely and tell her that I need to be left alone.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
There needs to be the give and take.
And I think the cool thing is like we went through that.
Yeah.
And then just her seeing like how, other people, like as you've heard from Maddie, like I became like an absolute homebody, right? So like then she's looking around and she's looking at some my friends, her old friends, social media and stuff like that, and she's like, man, these dudes are always doing guys' night out. Like this girl's up at 11:30, like, oh, I know my boyfriend's at the club right now,
Yeah.
and you just want to be here. Like, you just want to be here, like, close to your family.
That's right.
And when she, like, started kind of understanding, like, the psyche behind that, like, then it became a little different. So, like, literally, I'll walk in the house. She'll take one look because my eyebrows tell you everything you need to know about my
yeah.
mood. So she'll take one look, and she'll be like, oh, the headphones are going on. Their noise cancellation's going on. If you're watching TV, Austin, like, there's a reason you got a TV in your room. Your dad's,
that's right.
Your dad's
And
playing this.
you know what?
Like, give him his time first.
But my wife has nights like that as well.
Yeah,
there are
correct.
nights where she wants to be left alone too.
Yeah.
which is fine. And other than that, we just sit in the kitchen and talk.
Yeah.
I have a spot on the counter where I like sit.
Yeah.
Like I sit on the counter, she
Yep.
sits on one of the chairs, and that's like a spot.
See, but that's
Glass of
that's
wine
cool.
and
Yeah.
off to the races.
See, but that's literally the best part, and that probably came from open lines of communication, right? It's like it came from like
Not only
maybe
open
some
lines
of
of
it wasn't.
communication, but just time.
Yeah,
Just
that too.
just naturally formed. It was like an evolution.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
naturally formed into that's what we do. That's
Yeah.
where we convene.
But the evolution with communication also happens as well. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like the telling your significant other that they screwed something up can't be the same in year 2 as it is in year 8. Like,
That's right.
like you should have figured out how to best approach them to not crush their ego, to not put them
Right.
on the
Yeah.
defensive. Like that stuff comes with time.
And hey, I still slip up
So do I.
all the
Literally-
time.
literally all the time.
I get defensive.
Mm-hmm.
She'll bring things up to me, and I'll get defensive. It's an issue I have. I understand. See, I have character flaws, man. I have a ton, but I do actively work on
You are
them.
rotten. Remember
Huh?
that. You are
I'm
rotten.
a
Remember that.
piece of shit.
So
Guys, we're
what-
coming up. We're coming up on about 52 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it's
I'd like
break
to take a
time.
break at some point.
Yeah. I have one question for you, though.
Yeah,
Because I
hit me
thought
with
about
it.
this
Yeah.
while we were talking about wives and stuff like that. Would your wife ever put on another tracksuit and be like, do like a photo shoot with you as like Mrs. Rotten? Have you had this conversation with her? Because I legitimately, because you liked one of my TikToks. I clicked your profile and I saw the one where you're in your really cool one where you're in the fucking cart in Florida, and I'm like, his wife sat there and filmed
She
that.
filmed it. She was a
Could
really
you
good
imagine
sport
if they
about
like
that.
if you put it on there and it was both of you in tracksuits together?
She even came up with the ending.
What if she put like even on a fake mustache?
I've asked. She's very opposed to being in
Okay.
front of the camera that way.
Okay.
And you know what? I am too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want.
You don't want her to be in the
It's
track.
just too many. Like, because
It gets way too personal.
door. Yeah.
listen, man. People can say whatever they want about me. They can comment about me. They can comment about whatever. I don't even know how she'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it weird.
Exactly.
Yes.
I won't like it.
Yes.
And it'll send me into a place where I'm just doing things that I shouldn't be doing. Responding to trolls.
Yeah.
Message. I'm not gonna do it. I'm
Hey,
not
but-
gonna
hey-
get my place to there.
but it would
And
get-
also, she doesn't want to. So
Yeah.
I mean, it would give views, but I mean,
that's an easy way to do it. So right before the break here, I would be remiss if I did not mention Combat FC1. Guys, Friday, June 17th at the Shriners Auditorium in Wilmington, Mass. Teddy, I mean, this
Oh shit!
is
That's Shriners. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. It was
I mean,
not gonna be
this-
like, I didn't know it was Shriners.
this is going to be so sick. It's basically going to be, I mean, what they want is to be like a farm system for the UFC.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
even more than that, getting old fighters back, bringing up new talent, some of the best talent, not only in the New England area, but all over the world. I mean, they're flying
Yeah.
a few guys in, right?
Yeah, from Brazil, stuff like that. I mean, you have some great amateurs, you have some great up-and-coming pros, you have some vets of the game, some guys who left the game just due to COVID and got back into it. You have some guys who we thought were kind of retired, but across the board, like as not just a fight geek, but just as like a fan of good times, like take it from a fight geek. I don't know a whole lot about a lot of things. I do know mixed martial arts pretty well, and I would be shocked if there was more than one fight that didn't have every single person on their feet. Like
Awesome.
Rick did an amazing job with matchmaking. It's really tough to pick these fights, and most of them are going to be absolute bangers. And even the ones that aren't, they're going to be a little something for your fight connoisseurs. But
Yeah, and
the
guys,
event is going to be incredible.
and guys, you have to understand, this is a legit production. This is on UFC Fight Pass. This ain't no fly-by-night filming stuff in the backyard, bunch of guys jumping off the house type thing. Not that that's not cool, but I mean, this is
I enjoy that too.
This is a legit production. It's going to be
gonna be unreal.
It's going to be unbelievably dope. You can click the link for the link tree in our bio on all of our socials. Follow Combat FC across all socials. Look for all that stuff moving forward. Tickets are on sale right now. Super reasonable prices, guys. All different types of price ranges. There's still floor seats available. There's general admission. You guys are not gonna want to miss this. If you're a fight fan, or even if you're just a local who needs something to do on Friday night, it's Father's Day weekend. It's Father's Day weekend.
Oh, my goodness.
Get Pops that ticket
Yep.
and say, Dad, we're going to watch some guys bloody each other.
Yeah,
up."
we're gonna watch people beat the shit out of each other.
Okay?
Let's go.
And I guarantee you it will rekindle whatever relationship you either do or don't have with him right now.
100%.
If you haven't talked to him in a couple of years, call him up. Let's go.
I'm talking to you, and you.
Yep.
Yeah, especially you over there.
All
I'm
right,
looking
guys.
at you.
We're going to go on break. Thank you very much. We'll see you in a little bit. Hey everybody, Tony from Fresh Pulse here. Join me and the Fresh Fam on Friday, June 17th at the Shriners Auditorium in Wilmington, Mass. for Combat FC 1, a full fight card with some of the best talent in the MMA industry. Click the link tree in our bio to purchase tickets right now. Combat FC, powered by Fresh Pulse. God damn it, we were muted that whole time.
Pass me a pen in front of you.
A pen in front. I can't see the glasses on.
Herbert.
Hot.
I know.
Hot hands.
Jesus, hot hands. Listen.
Ooh.
Looking for a phone?
Oh
phone
yeah,
call.
his phone's right there.
I was like, does he want to use our phone?
Does he want to use the?
Get out of here. So welcome back to the Trade Night podcast.
They've missed a couple things.
Those boxes have been absolutely fire.
They just pulled a Justin Herbert auto to 49 out of one of
Yeah.
those. That's unbelievable.
And then the Waddle 101, and then there was a big one in
Trey Sermon RPA. I saw. Which
Trey
is,
Sermon RPA.
that's
was
not bad
good.
because I've never seen an RPA pull at a person.
And there was
ever.
one other auto, wasn't there?
Who's the other auto? They said there was another auto. Fuck, who was it? I don't know. Rob said there was another one. I don't know who
It wasn't
was
a Mac, was it?
No.
I could have sworn it
We
was.
would have this place would have exploded if it was a Mac. It's not. I don't know who it is. It wasn't Trevor. It was some. It might have been a nobody. I don't know.
Yeah, so, back to Slupo's love life.
Oh no,
got
God, no. I texted her. I go. I don't know if you. I know you're not going to even listen to this, but I brought you up on a podcast just to let you know.
Now
she
she's
goes,
gonna
oh
listen
no.
to it.
She goes, oh no. She goes, anything good? I go, no, absolutely horrible things to say about you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell her about it. Kidding me?
She's going to find this.
She ain't gonna
find it.
No, she won't.
Yes, you will.
No, she doesn't even have Twitter. She doesn't even know how to use social media. She's fine.
I'll get it to her.
Don't do it. Don't do this to me. Don't ruin this for me, Tony.
Don't you start.
Don't you ruin this for me.
Don't ruin this.
Don't you blame.
What did we say a while ago?
Your
I haven't had the
lack
touch of a woman in a long time.
That's
Let's
right.
not.
All right. Well, fair enough. I do like you a lot. So
See,
don't-
I am a good person.
Yeah, I'm here to burn it all down.
Who was it? Teddy will find her. Teddy will find her and send it to her.
Yeah.
What was it? I forget what Adam said. I came in here one time and Jeff was saying, as I was walking in, Jeff was saying something about me, and I walked in and Adam was saying something, and I was like, "What are you guys talking about? Are you talking about me?" He goes, "Yeah, Jeff said something like I should say something mean to you," and he goes, "I couldn't think I could ever say a mean thing to you ever." I go, "Oh, well, that's nice of you."
Yeah, it's just,
I could
to
see-
you. No.
I could say mean things.
I mean, I could.
You could, yeah, you could.
Yeah. I
You're,
don't want to.
Yeah, why would you?
I would.
Don't make me sell.
Oh,
Don't-
we'll
don't
get there
push
eventually.
me.
We'll get there eventually, Tony.
Don't force that upon me.
What if I told you that you had low quality fish? Would that hurt?
You don't give a shit.
You're buying fish from Massachusetts. You're already at fucking low quality. You buy fish from Gloucester. You should see what you feed lobsters. Jesus Christ.
I was wondering if that would do it.
Nah,
Lobsters eat cigarettes.
lobsters eat anything on the bottom of the ocean. They will eat dead bodies on the bottom. They eat garbage.
I mean, I'm sure they digest.
My mom literally. So we use like salmon skins for bait. Put them in a bait bag and everything. Super greasy, just gross. And they sometimes still have like the salmon on them and stuff like that. We were out one time and we got home and I asked my mom, I go, "Hey, what's for dinner?" She goes, "Oh, we're having salmon for dinner." I go, "No, we're fucking not."
Oh yeah.
And she goes, "What?" And she goes, "We can't have salmon anymore." She goes, "Why? We have it all the time." I go, "Do you want to go on the boat and play with salmon skins all day
Yeah,
and then
all
come
day of
home
smelling that,
and then come
touching
home
that,
and
yeah.
want to eat it?" No.
Yeah, probably.
Tomorrow I already told her. She's like, "What?" I go, "What's for dinner tomorrow?" She goes, "I don't know. I was planning on cooking the rest of the salmon." I go, "No, we're having Domino's because 50% off at Domino's any pizza you order online."
50%. Yeah. So
I
That's
am
a good deal.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, it's Domino's. I don't give a shit. I like Domino's.
That is a great deal. Bad for weight loss, but great idea.
Yeah, you just want to win, don't you? You're just gonna say, "Yeah, do it."
It's not that I want to win. It's
Sal,
just
you
it's
up
that I have
there?
very little
Me up there,
competition.
yeah.
Oh, you're up there.
I am under Kyle. Kyle is 287. I am 273.
Kyle is the odds-on favorite from what the people say.
Who's top? Hattie? Hattie at the top? Who's H? Hattie's not 299, is he?
Who's H?
I don't know who else H would be.
Hattie, Harrison, Hobo,
Howard.
Howard.
We don't. Hattie was the only one, but I don't think Hattie's 299 right now.
I don't know. I don't know who else it would be.
You see how I put the little ED after your T, Teddy?
Yes, I did, and I
Ted.
appreciate that.
Ted.
Yeah, because T's got a little ED, right?
Has anybody ever called you Ted?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I've been called every iteration
So
of.
you're like a little.
of many
Are you a little Seth MacFarlane teddy bear sometimes?
Yeah, so I've been called. Yeah, I've been called Ted. I had a previous manager who would only refer to me as Theo.
What?
Yeah, because my
Well, technically you are a Theo, right?
yeah, so like my job was to basically like speak to like the most irate Karens,
Yeah.
right? and because like I had a way with them, so like conversations usually went well. But she wasn't fond of handing already irate people off to Teddy.
Yes.
She just thought that a Theo would be better for that. So I went with it.
That's fair. You know what? That's
Rudy.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks that Cosby impressions aren't funny anymore.
Yeah,
I still think they're funny.
yeah, they're
I mean,
tough,
he's a shitbag,
depends on
but they're
audience. Yeah.
they're shitbag. But I mean, I still get a lot of.
Dude, I loved that show.
Dude, have you ever
was a
seen?
great
Have you ever
show.
watched one of his stand-up specials?
Yeah.
His Bill Cosby himself stand-up special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit hysterical.
Yeah, no, he was good.
Like legit
No,
hysterical.
he was-
but like
he
now
was-
you watch it and you think it's weird.
Yeah, you
Well,
can.
you try- you get-
I mean,
hold on.
You can
Is it
separate
weird?
the artist from the thing.
I mean,
but
That's what my question
Yes.
was going to be.
Sometimes you can,
Can
yes.
you do that, and how egregious does the crime have to
you
be?
know what?
I can't watch. So in my opinion, I can't sit down. I can watch it, but I can't sit there and watch a Chris Benoit match without thinking about what he did.
That's fair.
That's so like he main evented at WrestleMania
Yeah.
against and like won the championship. I can't. They don't even mention him anymore.
Yeah.
They can't mention it. They mention they're like, oh, 3 people have won the Royal Rumble from entry number 1. One of them is Shawn Michaels, and one of them's Edge. It's like, you can't mention the third guy.
Yeah, but for them, they have to erase it for.
Yeah,
from
they
history.
pretty much erased from history.
Well, it's their best.
You
It's in
don't
their
have-
best
oh yeah,
interest.
absolutely, absolutely.
You don't have to as an individual.
You
so
know, it's interesting because you know, all you can base it on is what you know,
yeah.
right? And
Or public opinion.
but
Yeah.
all you can right. All you can base it on is what you know or the information you've been given.
Yeah.
How many people do you think you watch, see, whatever, absorb whatever content they make on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Who's out there doing some fucked up shit?
Yeah,
It
probably
just
the
hasn't
vast
come
majority.
out yet.
Yeah.
And so, what do we do? Like, is it just unacceptable once the information comes out?
I think that's where it becomes unacceptable. And I think
Right.
for most, it matters how egregious the crime was. So like
I mean, it was pretty fucking egregious.
well
What, Bill Cosby?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, it
yes.
was.
That, and I thought we were talking about Chris Benoit still. And I
I
was
mean,
like, yeah.
you know, that's at the he's in the high end.
But does the body of work matter in relation to that?
No, it doesn't. But
Does
but it can also
no.
change the way you watch, change the way you look at
But
it.
you know,
No, when I say the body of work, I mean like how prolific the person was.
You're
So
going-
like
Oh, I see what you're saying.
because he was
Yeah.
like such a large icon,
Right.
and specifically like the things that you hear like black actors and black people in Hollywood say about how he was able to open doors for them, right?
Yep.
Like, so does the crime have to be more egregious for you to sort of draw a line?
I don't know, man. I don't have like this set line in my head. I'd probably just base it a lot on feelings, just a lot on, you know, is it worth it? I mean, I don't know. Like, how do you even watch the Cosby Show now? I feel like you'd have to seek
I was going
it
to say
out.
that. I was going to say that. How do you?
You know,
Yeah.
But
it's-
it's more of a mental thing. How do you watch Cosby Show? Because you can watch Cosby Show and think it's hilarious, but most of the stuff that was happening with him was happening like right on the other side of that curtain, pretty much.
But does
like
that
during the
matter?
show.
Does
I
that
know.
matter less because he was so influential? Is what I mean. So, like for example, you see it in sports, right? Like somebody acts up and they're a role player, they ain't getting a second chance. Like you're out of the league. But
Right.
if you're Antonio Brown, you get four chances, 5 chances,
Right.
because your level of talent is higher.
Right.
So, like, does that matter? Now, it shouldn't. Obviously, like from a moral standpoint, it shouldn't. But does that matter? Because like there are people, for example, like R. Kelly, right? Like we knew what R. Kelly was doing. Like Chappelle was making skits about it.
Oh yeah.
And because he was basically the champion of R&B for a 20-year stretch,
Yeah.
like we still listened to his music until it got so bad that it became like not okay with society to listen to his music. But like during that time, we knew what was happening. Like everybody was still bumping like 12 play.
It's all up to the individual, right? It's all up to the individual. It's all up to the person absorbing the content.
Yeah.
can you listen to an R. Kelly song and get through it without it bothering you, or can't you? And I can't really judge you either way.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a fucking banger, it's a banger. It is what it is. And you know, the weird thing is when people judge other people for it.
Yeah.
Like if I walked in and, you know, if I go home tonight and my wife's watching an episode of The Cosby Show,
Yeah.
what am I going to do? Like,
Yeah, you can't really do anything about it.
Like, what the hell? Like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It you know, it took place regardless of how close he did it. That
Yeah.
show took place separate of that.
Yeah.
So you know, it is what it is.
Like I said with the Chris Benoit, like again, Chris Benoit is another example, egregious in a different way. But like I can sit there and watch a
Well,
match.
yeah,
from,
it's
from,
very,
yeah.
pretty goddamn egregious.
Yeah,
And that's why
I can sit there in
think
2001.
he's irredeemable.
Yeah, I can sit there and watch a match from 2001
Yeah.
with him versus Kurt Angle and enjoy the hell out of the match and separate that guy from the monster that did what he did.
Yeah, I mean, we have no other
Yeah,
choice.
you
right?
have to. If
Well,
you,
but I
Well,
think
your only other choice is just to not watch it, which is fine too.
Which,
Big
which
deal.
I think honestly is the stance that a lot of people took with Chris Benoit because they felt as though, like, on a scale of disgusting things that you can do,
That's
like,
up there.
He was like at the top of that. So like for them, that was a disqualifier. Like, but had he done something else terrible, like maybe beat them, you know, instead or something like that, like. I think those people would still watch historic matches. Yeah. And that's like an interesting thing in itself to me is like who sets that line.
yeah.
And sometimes that line is like mutually agreed upon, but that's
Right.
very rare that it is. And I'm just like, I'm just wondering like where, and I agree with you. You can't demonize somebody else, or you shouldn't demonize somebody else for doing it.
No, that's just weird.
But that's also like, that's
people,
part
that's
of what
all
we
I see
do.
people doing. I mean, that's like the almost the sole reason why Twitter exists.
Exactly. And that's like,
Still,
it's
know,
what,
it's just for that.
it's what we do, even though like I think if you surveyed 100 people, 98 of them would say that that's the wrong way to handle it, but it's still like it's
Yeah, and I mean,
it's
like,
what we do.
And I can, you know, I you can look at different things. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous, but you gonna tell me that Amber Heard isn't a smoke?
Exactly.
It's like, come on.
exactly.
She's still hot as fuck.
Like there's ways in your head to you know work around certain things.
Still wouldn't let her anywhere near my bed now, but I mean, still wouldn't let her anywhere near my bed. She
Oh
just might
no problem.
sh-
Come right in.
No,
Yeah,
no,
come right in.
She might take a poopy in it.
I can fix her.
Yeah.
You can sound like every woman ever. I can fix
fix
them.
her.
I can fix them.
I can fix them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can fix them.
Or I'll deal with the repercussions of having my life ruined. So
Yeah.
it's one of the like
You want to do me a favor? You want to just come in here and ruin my life real quick?
yeah. No risk it, no biscuit.
Yeah.
But like I think like those are good examples is like Amber Heard, and then not to bring up like you know too morbid of one, but we already brought up Chris Benoit, so we're okay.
Yeah, we're
So-
in morbid
Yeah,
territory. already.
no, we're in.
But
We're
like
in. We dove
yeah.
right in head first.
But like Casey Anthony, like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
another one
Shit.
that she got on there and people were like, wow, absolute smoke. And then they found out what exactly she was accused of.
No, I know.
And they were like, nope, not a smoke anymore. And you're like, okay, so like
that's not true. It's just not true.
Yeah.
You don't.
but there's this line. There's this line that exists
Oh
out
no,
there.
it exists in some people.
But they can't even look at it. Yeah, correct. It exists in some people.
I understand.
This is what happens. This happens with like male serial killers too. They get like idolized.
Yeah.
Like male serial, like they'll like you watch the documentary about the
well, that's just because
about the
people
Night
in general
Stalker.
are fucked up.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
the Night Stalker. People will like come into the courthouse with like love notes for him, like the Night Stalker in California
Oh,
in the
yeah, of
80s.
Dude,
course.
when you hear
Like
things
it's
from-
unbelievable.
You hear things from some of these prisoners, and they tell you, like, I got way more attention from females the moment I got, like,
Oh,
behind
yeah.
these
Yeah,
bars.
that's
it's
what happens.
never been anything like
Trust
it.
me, I did a lot of projects on serial killers in college. I went to school for criminal justice. I did a lot of like psychology
Did you?
projects on it. Yeah, man,
Who'd you do?
I did a lot on
Charles Manson was your favorite.
Charles Manson. I did a lot on Charles Manson and a lot on Ted Bundy. Ted
oh,
Bundy,
yeah.
because Ted Bundy was like the first one. Like usually some of these big like popular like pop culture serial killers like Ted Bundy,
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer. They all did like egregious things, but they were all most of them they're outcasts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charles Manson's a different story. He's like
Ahead of his time.
ahead of like this complete like just mental manipulation kind
Well,
of thing.
he never killed anybody.
Never did, but he mentally
Yeah.
manipulated
Yeah.
all these people and women to do it for him.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why he's like up there.
Really
But
interesting.
Ted
yeah.
Bundy was the first one that everyone was like, he was literally a normal dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a normal dude, perfectly fine. And then at night, he'd stalk women and kill them.
Which is scary for the rest of
John
us.
Wayne Gacy was like,
yeah.
Cue the clown.
no, but he was like involved in local government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like a seat on like the select board or something.
Yeah, he was
in
a
his
fucking
town.
he was a party clown for kids. And that's
Yeah.
what that was his thing. That's how we got the kids.
It's so like I watched that documentary
Fucked up, man.
on him. Yeah, that shit like
Just the
it's so weird because I watched that shit and then the way I probably unfairly look at my neighbor for like 2 days later.
Yo, yeah,
after stuff like that.
Dude,
and it's just like which he doesn't deserve. Or does he?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, why
you
is he
ever-
so
have you ever
quiet?
looked
Why
at-
haven't I seen him?
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. My neighbor's.
Been a long time since I've seen that motherfucker.
I was like, where not? Like my neighbor's car is just gone for a week, and then all of a sudden I see his wife driving. I go, huh? Haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Well, why
Dude,
is
I
she
s-
driving the Jeep?
Dude, I started checking. I'm like, I know they have a basement.
Like-
Do they have windows at the
one-
top of their basement?
What's the movie with Shia LaBeouf, Disturbia, where he just broke his leg and he's looking through the window at his neighbor? He's like,
Yeah.
Is okay over there? Yes.
Yeah, man.
Pretty much me.
So I mean this
You
in
just
the,
wave to them. You're like, hey, please don't.
Don't do it.
so I mean this in the most respectful way. Obviously, like families are sort of play a part in this, and they've gone through stuff. But I think like what's happened with all this like true crime stuff like that is it's become almost fictional to us. Like it's become like just a TV show.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
That's why everything
right?
in the news, I feel like it's just desensitized literally everyone.
Yeah.
From what's going on in the news and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
oh, people die 2 days later. Oh, we're fine now.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
and it's like it's become a TV show.
Yeah.
Out of all, especially during obviously like the shutdowns and everything, like with all of like the true crime stuff, it really
Right.
blew up.
I mean, when you seriously sit down and think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, take World War II. Okay, and just like take the bloodshed, the hardship, the everything that was involved in that.
Yeah.
Okay, like how it impacted everything, and so many people, an entire fucking generation was butchered.
Yeah.
Okay, and we just play video games based on it.
Yeah.
But video games,
Yeah.
watch movies.
And there's like
And that was my sort of
and
my,
there's
yeah,
like
my point was,
music
it's
behind
wild.
it.
Yeah.
And kids yell fuck at the top of their lungs
Yep.
and racial slurs
Yeah, it's
while
wild.
wearing headphones. And it's just like that is it's weird because like I'm a video game player.
Yeah.
And I respect them as art and I love them, but I don't know, man. There's just something, we lose something in there.
Yeah.
There's something kind of morally bankrupt about that
Yeah.
in a weird way.
Oh, for sure.
Like it's it's almost like even when movies mishandle it
Yeah.
or handle things like war improperly.
Yeah, it's rough.
But then we completely forgive
Yeah.
these video games where it's like I understand that they're a lot of these video games are building moral messages into them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of quotes. They try to be historically accurate.
Yeah.
They try to,
Like you said, there's art involved.
but the simple fact of like that there's just 10-year-olds on this thing, just like
with a flamethrower.
Yeah, and just like-
as like Americans butchering
and
Japanese
just
people.
laughing.
Yeah.
And
Not
there's-
okay.
I'm not saying that it's not okay, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't exist,
Yeah.
but I think
There's
a
something
piece
about it.
of our soul
It's
comes
gone.
out,
Yes.
and which is fine. It's
Yeah.
the natural evolution of things.
Correct.
Because what is it? Distance plus time equals whatever that
that's it.
weird
Yep.
formula is, and I understand. Eventually, we have to get over things
Yeah.
and just move on.
So how far do you think over things we are? Do you think we're ready for like a serial killer game?
Oh, well, I mean,
They
things
have
like
them
this
already.
already exist. I mean, like,
Manhunt.
you can play GTA and
Yeah.
just role play as a guy who just goes around killing people.
I don't mean like that.
And you can do it based on what they look like in the game. You can role play a whole thing.
Yeah,
I know what
I
you
mean
mean. No,
stuff
they-
with
they
like,
have-
with the accuracy
have-
that they handle the war games with.
They have,
but
like-
for our most prolific serial killers, like
Oh my god!
stuff like that. They probably have them already.
And it's funny that like that makes me go, holy shit, I don't know. When literally you
That's
can
what-
take the one of the biggest, bloodiest conflicts ever done.
Yep.
where an entire generation was killed, and I'm like, well, it's kind of okay in some ways.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's just I don't know. I don't know where this goes. I don't know
They
where
they
the
have
line
games.
is.
They don't have games that accurate like with that, but they do have like games where you're like, you have like, I mean, again, it's not realistic, but you have Scream games.
Yeah.
You have
Yes.
games like that, like horror games where
The
you're,
answer is
you're
no,
the
I
killer
don't-
and you're literally hunting down 5 people. They have a game. They have literally a Friday the 13th game where you play as Jason and you hunt down campers.
Yes.
Well, that's okay because
What
it's based
about-
on a movie.
Correct.
Yes.
But
Like,
what
that's
about
a little bit
what
different.
about the other way around? Like you're going up against Charles Manson, and like, I'm sorry before I say this, but like he's one of the greats, right? So it's like
You're not wrong. Yeah,
like you're going up against like the best of the best.
Yeah. All-time goat. You pull a one-on-one Manson, you're on easy street.
Oh,
baby.
you're all done.
Yeah.
It's like pulling a one-on-one curry.
Yeah, like are we far removed from that? Like where you have to go up against a real like
You know what?
historical serial killer.
There
I mean,
are
they put him
parts
in a
of-
movie
there-
already.
But there are parts of me that would say no. Yet if you went back to 1945 and you told them, "Hey, somebody's going to make a video you don't know what a video game is. So somebody's going to make this thing where kids play as the husband that you just lost."
Yep.
And or son or whatever, and they're gonna laugh and they're gonna yell racial slurs at each other while they do it.
The 40s.
They would've called you crazy.
It's like
You'd have been burned at the
it'd be
stake.
like trying to communicate with a dog. They don't speak that language.
Yeah.
So, like me saying it now, to where it's like if somebody came from the future and says, "Hey, you know they made a Ted Bundy video game," it would do the exact same thing as me going in a time machine and saying that to the thing in the person in 1945. So, is it out of the realm of possibility? No. And that's where we're
crazy.
going down this deep, dark rabbit hole of
it's
like,
hell.
dude, just like buy a fucking skateboard or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just go outside. I don't know. Take a basketball down to a basketball court. Say what's up to somebody and play a fucking skins game. Because, like, just touch some grass. Hang out with
do a little,
just
do a little something
The
that
amount of
doesn't
times I
ruin
say
your
that-
psyche.
Yeah,
The amount of
because
times
I
I say
think
touch
we lose
grass at
something.
night.
We lose a little bit of our soul when we do
Ooh.
things like that. It has to be.
Ooh, important question. Does it matter what side you're on?
I mean,
What do you mean?
When it comes to historical accuracy and actual events, does it matter where the video game puts you? So, does it matter if you're on the bad side,
know what?
the good side?
So,
does that change the dynamic?
it's kinda
if you're
interesting.
hunting Charles Manson,
It's kinda-
is that different than if you are
Okay,
Charles
absolutely
Manson?
does.
So
It
I have
absolutely does
wait a
change the
minute.
game.
Wait a minute. I have an answer to this. So my buddy played Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah.
Right, way back when it was on, and I was over his house, and he got thrown into a multiplayer game, and he went in and he noticed that he had a German uniform on, and he canceled out and went into another lobby. And I went, "Do you seriously do that?" He's like, "Yeah, I can't do it."
Yeah.
He's like, "I can't play as a German."
There
I'm
you
like,
go.
Whoa. So
So still has that little piece.
I've never seen that before.
In him.
I don't do it.
There's little pieces. There's little pieces here and there where it's like he's like, I'm not gonna. He's like, look, say what you will about World War II. Yeah. There were clear sides here.
Yes, this
Okay?
is-
Exactly.
There was a gray uniform and a green uniform.
yeah,
If you
pretty
were wearing a
defined.
gray one, you were on.
Yeah.
So it's there is this. Yeah, it did something to him. He's like, I can't do it. He's like, my grandfather fought in this war. He's playing the game. Don't get me. He's playing the game, but he's like, I'm not going to play as a German who's killing Americans. I won't do it.
That's fair. They kind of got like that. I feel like
Interesting.
maybe people got maybe like people actually did that a lot more than they thought, because in the new World War II one, the one that just came out, Vanguard, there's no side. You're just an operator, and none of them are Germans. In that
Yeah,
way.
they're kind of
it
moving
must-
away a
They
little
have
bit from
one
that a
girl.
little bit.
They have one woman that's a German, but she was she hunted them
convert
down.
or something.
She
Yeah,
converted
yeah,
and
yeah,
she
yeah,
was
yeah.
she hunted them down.
Yeah, they're kind of moving in that direction.
So yeah, they kind of I never
Which,
even
you know
thought
what?
of that.
Say what you will about that. At least it's trying
to be
to
progressive.
yeah,
Give
they're
us-
trying to exactly
give us that piece of our soul back. You know, it's-
exactly.
Hey,
Except
man.
except for you load into that game, you can run into some really fucked up usernames. And,
No, of course. I know,
and
but-
then I ain't gonna get rid of that.
but
I
it's,
genuinely want to play a serial killer game now.
well, see,
I want to be on
Go
the side
play-
of the
go-
detective. I want to be
it
the side
would
of
be
a citizen who decides to take over.
Hey,
and-
listen, it would be remarkably interesting.
Yeah.
If did right, it would be a beautiful work of art, and it would probably be done incredibly well.
Yeah.
Collect the caps, Kyle. Get the hell out of here, man. Love him.
Oh, he's leaving.
He's an absolute badass. I'm so happy to have him back.
Right? Love that dude.
He's like,
Yeah.
oh, I got work pants on. I go, you work?
Yeah, just a genuinely cool dude.
Dude, he's the man. He's the man.
But yeah, when I think about like, and it might just be my age or something. Maybe that's wisdom. Maybe
Yeah,
that's the
see?
wisdom kicking.
There it is.
You have
Maybe
wisdom now. and
Well, I mean, we all have
don't
wisdom.
even
It's
have
just
a dad
based
yet,
on
you
how
already have
many-
wisdom.
It's just
It just
based on how
grows.
many years you've been in. And it is an interesting thing because I've played the games and I've enjoyed them, and at times it has not occurred to me at all. I've played on the German side or whatever, and I've just done it because
Yeah.
it's in the
It's just
game.
the game, yeah.
No big deal. But it was an interesting interaction that I had with him because he didn't do it as like for an audience. He didn't do it
Yeah.
in any type of moral way. He just like really quick did it,
Yeah.
and I was like, "You do that?" And he was like, "Yeah, I just can't."
Yes.
It's like, wow,
Yeah.
very interesting.
Speaking of like messed up shit in video games, did you ever play Modern Warfare 2? The original Modern Warfare 2?
Yes, one of my favorite games of all time.
It's Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare. The airport. Did you do it?
No Russian.
Did you do it?
What?
Did you just go in and just mindlessly kill?
Yeah,
You did? Okay.
And
Did
then
you feel anything about it? Because when I did it as a kid, I'm like, this isn't a mission.
I did it two different ways.
Did you do it without doing anything?
I did. I replayed it without doing anything,
Yeah.
but it was literally just to see if there was like an achievement. For
And there
not
wasn't.
doing it. Yeah, there wasn't.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I
So-
don't.
So there's a mission.
I think it's in the first one or the second one.
It's in this Modern Warfare 2.
It's in Modern Warfare 2? I forgot which one it
It's
is.
the mission's called No Russian, and it's basically you're undercover, but you're in an elevator with all these Russian guys in an
They are terrorists.
in an airport, and they're terrorists, and you have machine guns.
And you're undercover CSI.
And you
or
say,
CIA.
and the guy turns to you and he says, "Remember, no Russian," meaning don't speak Russian while we're doing this.
Yeah.
And then the elevator doors open. They all step out and proceed to gun everybody down in the airport.
And you're not fighting enemies like fighting back at you.
And you can either choose to participate or not.
Yeah, I'm choosing to participate.
You can literally
But it
skip the
happens.
mission too. They give you the option to skip the
They
mission.
give you the option to skip the mission, and they say this next mission is blah blah blah. It's it can be, and you know what, man. And because I mean, like
That was so long.
we're in
ago,
here
too.
talking, but it's just like and all that stuff in Buffalo and Uvalde, and it's just there's something that happens when we play these games. I'm not saying
Yes.
that these things happen because of video
Yes.
games.
Correct,
I will
yeah.
never ever say that. I think
Yes.
it's ridiculous.
It's a
and
scapegoat. It's a
stupid.
scapegoat, yes.
But to say
that it has
that
no
it has zero effect
Yes.
on your mentality,
Yeah.
how you view things is also ridiculous.
Agreed.
It definitely does. Definitely does.
You have to land somewhere in the middle here.
Yeah.
And it's something that the individual all has to think about. I used to complain when my parents wouldn't buy me the games and stuff like that. And then looking for if I have kids, I'm checking out what's in this game.
I ain't playing.
There are some things that I just maybe don't want my kids
Yeah.
to be exposed to at a certain time.
I used to get mad at I got mad at my mom one time because all my friends were playing GTA Vice City, and I was in this was around middle school, maybe before middle school, but I was playing it one time and my grandfather was over. He saw me playing it, and I had spawned in a tank, and I was just going down the street in the tank, blowing everything up, having a good time, and my grandfather literally didn't even say it to me. He said to my mom, he goes, "Hey, I really don't like that. I think you should take it away from him." My mom goes, "I had no idea that was in the game." Took it away from me. I never saw the game again. I got really mad. I didn't know why. But now I'm old enough, and you're like, yeah, I understand why I'm not playing that.
And look, that part of you that clicks,
Yeah.
I feel like it's either in there or it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think that these things should be taken away, and I don't think that they should be restricted.
Yeah.
But we have to at least look at, what does this mean? I mean, otherwise it's fucking anarchy, man.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're not. There's nothing. We have to find some type of moral center.
I mean, isn't
Here
that
somewhere.
Yeah, isn't that what things like science are in place for, right? Is to look at the effects of things on on people, stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
I think we would be doing ourselves a disservice if we didn't.
Yeah. To
take a look at
blindly
this
ignore it would be ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah. The same way it's ridiculous to say that it is the cause.
Yeah.
Same exact thing. Those are two extremes, and they're both ridiculous extremes that need to be moved away from and talked about on a more even plane.
Age plays a part as well. So like,
Oh, yeah.
So and so I think they got that part right in terms of like identifying that age does play a part in these things. It's like a funny thing. I didn't grow up scared of scary movies. They've never been a thing to me. They've never gotten me worried. Like jump scares happen. Everybody, kind of reacts to those. But other than that, like one of the first movies I ever saw, and I was very young, was Rosemary's Baby.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
I haven't even seen that.
Yeah, I believe I was 6 when I
That's
saw that
a
movie.
moody film, man.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I believe I was 6 when I saw that. And it was because it had been established and ingrained in me that, like, because I had parents who liked those movies, right? So they had really expressed before I ever saw one, like, how fake this is, that this isn't the real world. This doesn't exist. It's meant to, like, do this to you, right? So
Yes.
I think, like, that clearly shows that it's like something that is learned at that age. Like to this day, I'm still not scared, when it comes to like scary movies, stuff like that. My son, has been, his mother's been telling him to stop watching these scary YouTube videos and stuff like that since he was 3 years old.
What's he doing? Looking up creepypastas?
Oh, he's like the creepiest, scariest things that you'll see, and he just looks them up. And when she says something, she's like, "But it's not real. Like this, what I'm watching isn't real. It's supposed to do this."
Right.
And so, like, it's interesting how like your brain can be shaped at that age by some of that stuff. And so I think that's the first part is we identified where like
horror movies were my first love. Yeah. And the reason why they were my first love is because of that exact reason. It's with all the horrible shit that really does go on, it's good to indulge in horror because it's not real.
Yeah, because it's a safe place.
It's a safe zone where we can look at these things and see them, but we know that we know that it's not real. Correct. And I've always felt safe with horror movies. I was like Jason Voorhees is a hero of mine.
Yeah.
And I know that that's weird to say, but
It's
it isn't
not,
because
though,
he didn't kill anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jason Voorhees did not kill anybody. And I loved him growing up. I wanted to be him every Halloween. And my parents didn't have any issue with that because Jason Voorhees didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Kane Hodder, who played him, by the way, is the actor who played him.
I was
Didn't kill anybody.
I was the biggest pussy forever. I hate scary movies. I always did. Up until very recently, I went to the theaters and I saw It with my friends. The new one.
The new one.
The new one with
The old one scared me more.
The new one is literally Stranger Things for adults. You ever seen Stranger Things?
Stranger Things is for adults, my friend.
No. This is a rated R.
Stranger Things is not a kid's show.
No, you know what I mean? It's Stranger Things but rated R. That's what it is. It is Stranger Things but rated R.
I mean, Stranger Things is pretty.
It's not rated R though.
I think it is.
No, it is not. It is like
TV
not even
14?
MA. Not even. It might be TV 14. It's not
Stranger
that-
Things isn't. Well, you can't give it an R rating because it's not.
It's like
a
TV 14.
movie.
It's like TV 14.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. The first season. Now maybe you might be TVMA.
Bro, there's blood everywhere.
Not really. First season, no.
There's a ton of violence.
First
in that, man.
season, second and third season, I'll give you. Yeah.
I mean, I
I
definitely
watch
don't
little
think,
things. I watch people get ripped apart by demon dogs.
No,
and
I know.
two.
I don't think it's a kid show though. Not
It's
by
not,
any
but
means.
it's not like it's not it. It is a horror movie. It is an adult.
Yes.
It is literally a rated R version of Stranger Things.
By the way, the book is way worse.
The book is messed up in every way. Have you seen it?
no,
You
no, like the original.
You saw the original. You didn't see the new one.
with
Dude.
Curry.
Yeah, I know
What's
what you're
it?
talking about.
what's his
Curry,
name?
yeah, something Curry, right?
Yeah.
Tom Curry. Tom Curry. I don't know his name, but he's super good, dude.
The
Super
guy
good
from
actor.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Dude, he's so good.
Yeah.
So good. But yeah, no, it was the first one I
Teddy
saw.
doesn't consume much media.
No.
Well, he does, but just not the
But, like,
media we consume.
Yeah, no.
exactly.
We all consume something
He's
different.
got his own thing.
Different, yeah.
I am a
Yeah.
geek. I have watched this month is a nerdgasm of shit. Let's go. Want to go to a happy topic? Everything this month for nerds is a banger. The Obi-Wan Kenobi show, banger. You don't even like Star Wars.
It's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Stranger
I'll
Things.
never watch it. I'll die not watching
Stranger Things new season, unbelievable.
That was good.
The new season of Stranger Things.
I was
Did you
very
watch it?
I loved it.
Dude, every episode cost $30 million, and you can see how
I
much.
was
Jesus.
very surprised that I liked it. I actually thought that I was
I
going to
told
hate
you.
it.
You told me you hated 3, and I was like, "There's no way you hate 3."
No, I didn't say I hated 3.
You said you didn't like 3. So you thought 2 was better than 3. You told me 2 was better than 3. No one likes 2.
I said that?
You said that. No one likes 2. 2 is the least favorite of everyone.
Oh, I don't think I meant that.
I mean,
2's
hope
the
not.
one with Sean Astin, right?
Yes. 2's the one. Yeah, 2's the one with him, and he. Spoilers. It's been out for 5 years.
Oh, yeah, no, I fucked that up. No, 2's the worst one.
2's the one where 11 goes to the city.
I think 4 might be the best.
4's the best. 4. It goes 4.
And it's not
1,
even done.
Still
Part 2.
Part 2 is dude. The last episode is longer than the new Thor movie coming out.
Yeah, I know. It was a long season.
Everybody keeps raving about Stranger Things.
You gotta watch it, man. It's. You
You know what, Teddy?
You're up till 4 a.m. You might as well watch something, right?
You know what, Teddy? do you have like do you like 80s type stuff? Like music and
I do.
visuals and
I do. So my problem with TV shows was that I couldn't take recommendations from people.
Okay.
Because their recommendations didn't align with sort of the stuff that would grab me. So like things that were like the big one was like Sons, Sons of Anarchy. Like everybody told me I needed to watch it.
Yeah, it's all right.
And but like I think like we've talked about, you may have said some horrible things to me, Tony. But the Godfather movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
right.
no,
You say no?
no, they're not. They're just not good.
I mean, it might be your. I
I don't know.
Oh
man.
no.
Yeah, man. Scarface not good.
Hey. You know,
I'm not a big fan of Scarface,
You know,
gotta be honest with you.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Tony. You might not be invited to my cookout. You might not be invited
I've
to my
been
cookout.
told that. I've been
doesn't
told
have a
that.
seat at the barbecue.
He might not be invited to my cookout.
Yeah.
My barbecue. No, it's not a barbecue because I'm white. It's a cookout.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
I
cookout.
was
It's not a
told-
barbecue.
I was told I don't
Teddy-
have a seat at the hoedown.
the hoedown. Yeah,
Teddy,
that's what
you
it is.
do not have a seat at the picnic.
I don't like those. I don't like them.
No cornhole and lawn darts for you.
You're not playing that game with the frisbee. You knock the beer bottle over. You're not doing it.
No can jam.
Can I get a little bocce?
No.
No, that's the one you're definitely.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
know.
get that.
That's the first one I got. Yeah,
You don't
that's the first
get-
one I
you don't
got
even get to
excluded
watch
That's the most Italian-centric one.
You said Scarface. You're not even going to go play croquet at this point.
No,
No
man.
croquet.
No, horseshoes. It's all out.
Horse-
It's all
Oh,
out.
it's all out. We're all done.
Yeah, no, I am surprised that you don't that you don't like the.
I mean, I can understand why people don't like those movies because they are long and they are drawn out. But like,
They are
if
very
you
long.
like sit there and you love movies and you love cinema and you love the way stuff like that,
Which I
like,
do.
Yeah, you're gonna love those movies.
But I think my issue was more just the fact that like I stopped listening to recommendations because they didn't point me in the right direction. So like for example, like nobody has ever in my life recommended I watch Cruel Intentions, either of them. Great movies.
They are.
I think I watched the first one.
Yeah, nobody in my life ever told me that I needed to watch The Usual Suspect. It's my favorite movie.
Oh, it's
Good
a
movie.
great movie.
Yeah,
I've never watched it, but I've heard so many good things about it.
You ever
It's
see The
insane.
King of Comedy?
like the King Comedy, as in
The movie
I don't think so. I just
with
think I
Robert
saw-
De Niro.
Oh no, I did not.
It's great.
I did not.
It's great.
Those movies my dad watched a
Yeah.
lot.
I do love De Niro, but I love De Niro in a like a real comedy scene, like where he's just.
It's not a
yes.
comedy movie.
Yeah, like
The King of Comedy is not a comedy. It's a drama.
It's like the Deer Hunter.
It is.
It's like it has this weird name. You're like,
It's not a
my,
yeah.
If he can be his funny self, though, I will likely enjoy the movie.
Watch The Intern. Have Have you watched The Intern with him and?
I have.
Oh, will you stop?
Oh God.
He says he likes funny De Niro. You go The Intern.
Oh boy.
I think it's funny.
Oh my Christ.
What's the other one? What's the other one where he like steals all the money with? Is he in that one where with Morgan Freeman steals?
Yeah, but this is you're talking about like these are the wrong movies.
I think that's funny.
Oh my God.
I have a really.
What other movies? So Split. Nobody ever
I
recommended
love
to me.
Split.
Okay, yeah.
Nobody ever recommended that to me.
Right.
I loved it.
You watched Split. You
Yep.
watched Glass. All
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Well, that's because all the recommendations you get now are like goddamn Marvel movies.
Yeah, but
You
like,
don't have to watch Marvel movies
but-
if you don't want.
No, I will not.
But the
Why not?
percentages.
I've seen one.
What have you seen?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
You can watch, you just watch the second one because you don't have to watch anything for that.
What?
Just watch Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2.
Yeah, I liked Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I have not seen Iron Man. I've seen Spider-Man, but I've only seen the Tobey Maguire one.
Technically a Marvel movie now.
Okay.
oh,
Yeah.
speaking of Donnie Darko, nobody ever
I've heard that's
Nobody
good.
ever recommended Donnie
nobody ever
Darko.
recommended Donnie Darko.
That's a
good
weird
one.
one. That's a strange movie.
Oh, yeah,
I've heard.
very.
Yeah.
Very
Good,
strange
though.
movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard it's
Yeah.
really good, but I've heard it's odd.
So like it's the percentage of
okay.
movies that people have made suggestions about.
You like Donnie Darko?
Yeah.
I think you'll like Stranger Things.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's not the same kind of movie by any stretch, but it's a very similar mood.
Okay.
The soundtrack,
I can definitely get behind
the
that.
soundtrack kind of to me feels
Yeah.
cohesive.
The Stranger
with it.
Things soundtrack is unbelievable.
It just got to the point where I felt as though by taking suggestions on TV shows and movies, I was wasting both parties' time.
Totally, I understand.
Because if the percentage was like if it was 50-50, I'm more than cool with
Okay.
that. But it was like 595.
Robert Eggers movies.
Robert Eggers movies.
Yeah, he's a director. The Lighthouse. Good Time with Robert Pattinson. These are
The Lighthouse, is that a drama?
yes.
It's like it came out recently. It's like black and white.
I
Yeah.
believe I was going to watch that.
It's him and who? Oh, Willem Dafoe, right?
Willem Dafoe.
I believe
Rob
I wanted
Pattinson-
to check that out.
Yeah, Rob Pattinson. They killed.
Fan fucking tastic.
Yeah.
Good Time with Robert Pattinson is a banger and a half.
Okay.
I hear The Northman's good. I haven't seen
Haven't
it yet.
seen it yet. I heard it's really good.
I heard it's awesome. Robert Eggers is a great. The Witch.
That's a good one.
He also
The
did The Witch.
Is that a book?
No,
No,
it's a movie.
It's a decent movie. I
read
thought
a
it was
book
very
named
odd.
The
It was very
Witch.
different.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, this movie's horrifying, and I go, it's not really horrifying.
scared
you're
the
not-
shit out of me.
You're not gonna be
But
scared. You're not gonna be scared by it anyway.
You're not
but-
about no.
Yeah, I
Listen, man.
enjoy that stuff.
Yeah, there's not jump scares, but it's the mood.
I love that.
Well, there's never.
It just
I love that.
lures you into
Some of the
like
best-
this fucking what
some
the
of
fuck
the best
is going on.
Some
like,
of the
I
best
love
horror
that.
movies are like that because
they are the best.
I
horror
watched The
movies.
Shining for the first time like
Awesome.
three years ago. And had never seen it until 3 years ago. Right.
That movie is so good.
Yeah.
That movie is unbelievable, and I went into it thinking it's gonna be horrifying, and go, I'm not horrified. I'm fucking just like
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable at every little
I'm
thing's
scared.
happening.
Yeah.
There's like a
I'm scared.
I'm
As in, like-
scared. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking makes you super uncomfortable. It's odd. I hate it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
it's the best.
that opening shot of just that car going down that road.
It kind of brings me out of the mood when I see the shadow of the helicopter, though.
Dun, dun.
I'm
You're like, what the fuck is that? Like, it's so weird. It's ominous immediately.
See, and I think that's where I differ from maybe some people is what I want to get out of a movie is like, even though I know that this isn't real, it's your job to invoke an emotion out of it.
Yes.
And if you can't do that, I don't care about being entertained. I just don't.
Every movie that I've just said to you is that kind of movie. You're an art house movie guy. That's all it is.
Okay.
You're an art house movie guy. You're like me. You're not going to hear it from other people who are like, I just saw this thing at the theater. They often,
like,
I mean,
I saw Spider-Man kind
Eggers
of thing.
movies, but they're not. You're an art house guy,
Yeah.
man. You got to seek them out a little bit. But okay, not the Duffer Brothers. That's
Stranger
Things. Who did Uncut Gems?
I don't know, but Uncut Gems is really good.
I actually have that on my
Very
in the
good.
next week.
That's
Very
another.
good.
That's
Very,
another
very good
brother
movie.
team. But like them, whoever they are, who did Uncut Gems, look it up. And Robert Eggers, just watch Robert Eggers
Well,
movies.
watch Robert
He's
Eggers
the best director right now. in my opinion, like.
Well, I'll
since-
take your opinion for it
since-
because
Yes,
since
he's very good
we've
opinion.
talked about
Yes.
we've talked about
since
movies.
since Kubrick, I honestly think he's like he has that potential. He has the Shining type potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a movie question for you guys while we're talking about movies because I need to rant about a movie, but I want to get your opinions on what you guys think of this right now. What is your least favorite movie that you paid to see? Like you went to a theater to see. What is the one that you hated the most?
Oh, it's a really good question.
I can already tell you mine. It's very recent.
Oh, I know. I know. I know which one.
What's mine?
What?
What's mine? Oh, you know yours? Oh, I thought you said you knew mine.
No, what's yours?
Morbius. I paid money.
I've
to go
heard
see-
it was terrible.
I paid money to go see it because I always give benefit.
There's
of the
like
doubt.
it's being memed to hell and back.
Benefit the doubt for any movie. I always give it. No matter what it is, it could be any movie. I'm like, if someone says, "Oh, this movie's dog shit," like I went to watch Eternals. I'm a big Marvel movie guy. I went to go see Eternals. Everyone's like, "This movie sucks. This movie sucks. This movie sucks." I go, "It can't be that bad." I went in. It was fine. It didn't suck.
Right.
Everyone's like, Morbius sucks. Morbius sucks. I'm like, oh, let's go see it. Morbius is dog shit.
Yeah.
It might be the worst movie I've ever seen in my
I've
life.
heard that. I
I
want to watch it just to see, just to understand the memes. I want to know what the memes mean.
I love movies. I love being in the theater. I love the experiences being in the theater, no matter what the movie is. I walked in there. I sat there. The first 15 minutes of that movie is great because it's like a horror movie, slasher movie. The first 15, 20 minutes. After that, I started to fall asleep because it was boring. It got to the point where his like mentor was getting killed by the villain. I'm going to spoil the shit out of the movie. I don't care.
Whatever.
Getting killed by the villain. I had to take a piss. So I went up to get pissed. I went to take a piss. There was probably like half hour left in the movie. I almost just left the theater and just didn't go back in. This movie, I never
the movie,
do that.
the movie that I'm going to tell you,
Yeah.
I did leave.
What is it?
King Kong.
Which one?
The fucking
The Jack Black one?
Yes.
Oh my god. That movie sucks.
I don't think I saw that. I saw like
I left.
You
Kong
left?
movie,
I
but-
left.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
That and the one of the new Godzillas was really bad too.
The Godzilla versus
Godzilla vs. Kong or Godzilla King of the Monsters?
No, King of the Monsters.
King of the Monsters. Yeah, that one wasn't great. There was too much human shit in that one, I think.
Godzilla vs Kong. I didn't hate.
Honestly,
it just did
Godzilla
nothing
vs.
for
Kong
me.
was cool. I
Yeah,
like
it
it.
just did nothing for me.
Godzilla, the 1998 one.
Great.
That thing gets
I
so much
watched-
hate.
me and
it's
my-
fucking awesome.
Me and my friends
I
will watch
can't hate that movie.
Me and my friends will sit on Discord and literally have watch-alongs of the old school Godzilla movies sometimes, like the Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla shit, like with the people in like suits, like look the old Power Ranger stuff. Oh, it's great, man.
I laughed.
Oh, it's so great.
I watched that movie fairly recently just to get some nostalgia from it. Do you remember the part in the movie where they're running and the guy the guy who's like the camera guy for the reporter is like carrying the
in the old this is the old one, right?
No, this is 1998.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like trying to film him as close as humanly possible. Yeah. And like the girl turns around and she goes, "Run, you stupid wop." Which is like, by the way, you have to go back to 1998 to find that word in a movie.
Yeah.
You're never going to hear it again.
Legit.
Oh my god.
I didn't remember that. And I saw it when I watched it recently, and I almost peed. Dude, I was holding my stomach.
awesome.
I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe that.
I forgot how bad that movie is.
Oh, I finally got
It's
an
really
answer.
not though.
What do you got?
Wasn't a terrible movie. I just think that for whatever reason, in theory, it should have the setting should have been good at a movie theater, but it was Queen of the Damned.
Oh,
When was that? I don't
Queen
know.
of the Damned. It was probably before you were born. I don't know.
Probably.
Aaliyah was in it, so she died in like early 2000s.
yeah. I vaguely remember that movie.
Yeah. She was like the queen of vampires.
Yes.
Like
okay.
it wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't a memorable movie, but it wasn't a bad movie. It just didn't seem to fit the settings. Like when I watched it with no lights on at my house, far better movie. And you think of the theater as being dark, but like the lights on the side and stuff, they sort of remind you that you're there. And for that movie, like everything is so dark that it's kinda messed with it.
It's hard for me to really get deep invested into, especially a horror movie in a theater.
Yes. Yeah.
Too many people around.
Yes.
I feel too safe.
Yes.
I need to be like alone in my basement, like on a
Yes.
cold night when it's like windy, to just get get in there.
Yes,
you know
and
what
that's
I mean?
how I felt with that movie. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
What's the other? What's so on the other end of the spectrum? The movie that you went into a theater and was like the best movie you ever watched. In a theater, not at home, because again, you just said it's different.
Oh my God, what was that? That new Nicolas Cage movie?
Oh, the brand new one.
I had no expectations of it.
Yeah.
Mandy.
Oh, Mandy. I thought you meant the newer one, the one
No.
with him and Pedro Pascal.
No, Mandy.
Mandy. I heard Mandy's really
Because
good.
I went in with no expectations. I went on complete. Me and my buddy went to the theater. Went in with no trailer, no nothing, completely just based on the poster.
Yeah.
And I was like, this movie's so
you're
fucking.
you're
good.
gonna like,
it was awesome.
You're gonna think again, like you're gonna look at me and be like, you're a fucking idiot. But honestly, I went in with like almost the same thing as you. No trailers, really nothing. Just the fact that it was the actor. Love Adam Sandler. Went in to watch That's My Boy. Him and Andy Samberg.
Yeah.
I fucking loved that.
Never
movie.
saw it.
Never saw it.
Yeah, me either.
It's like, you know how Adam Sandler's movie, like when he was like Waterboy, Happy Gilmore,
Sure.
and that kind of like just raunchy
Kinda
comedy.
harp back to that a little bit.
Very much back to that.
That's good.
A lot of twists. One of the most underrated movies I've ever watched is an Adam Sandler movie. It's called The Do-Over. It's on Netflix with him and David Spade. You have to like watch
like
it
I've seen
twice.
that.
Watch it once, and then like go watch it again. It's like you watch it, you're like, holy shit, this whole movie makes sense.
Interesting.
It's funny as hell.
Huh.
Him and David Spade obviously gonna be decent,
Right.
but I mean,
You know what Adam Sandler movie that I hated to no end and back?
what movie?
Click.
Hated Click.
Yeah, it's
I'm
terrible.
glad I'm not the. Yeah, okay.
It was god awful.
God, did that movie suck?
When I
I
watch,
got-
Yeah,
so
it's terrible.
the way I
It's
like
terrible.
comedies, so the way I like, so I love comedies. Comedies are like my thing that I always like to watch. Like I'll go out of my way to find good comedy stuff like that. Like Deadpool's like one of my favorite movies of all time because of the comedy and a superhero movie in the same thing. Deadpool's fucking fantastic.
That's another one. Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot about Deadpool. Love Deadpool.
Tremendous.
Loved it.
Didn't see it.
Great movie.
Didn't see it. I'm gonna go 8 Mile.
8 Mile.
Oh, good.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah.
Because
I've
I
never
thought in the
watched
theater?
that.
So I'm old enough that I,
I don't
saw
think I
it.
did.
I
Or
saw it
maybe
in
I
theater.
did. Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
You guys
and
are old. I forgot.
it seemed
Yeah.
corny. It seemed corny throughout like the whole trailers and everything like that.
good.
And then when you see it in a setting with other people for the first time,
Yeah.
every one of those diss lines hits so much harder. Like it is a
Those
it's
are
an
still
entire,
good scenes.
Yes, but it's an entire
never- I've-
event being there.
I've never
like
seen it. I mean, I gotta watch it.
You've never seen 8 Mile?
No.
oh, you have to. Oh, it's great.
Wow.
I know, no shit,
I don't think
right?
I've ever met anybody who hasn't seen 8 Mile.
I've seen parts of it. I can tell you right now, I've turned it on and I've seen parts of it. And when I say parts, I mean I've turned it on and seen him in a car driving on the street.
Just get it. Just order it on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Might as well.
So it's pretty late. So we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna end it soon.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have one question for you guys before we end it.
Yes.
Best, and it might be a little tough for you because TV doesn't exist in this generation. But best TV show. I'm sorry, best movie that is constantly replayed on TV. Do you have one?
Jaws.
Great choice.
Jaws.
You know
Jaws is
what?
my favorite movie of all
Great
time.
choice.
Jaws is my favorite movie of all time.
There we go.
Actually, you know what? I
Probably Jaws.
don't think I could say it better myself.
Jaws.
I'm
think
going.
it might be
I'm
Jaws.
going Con Air.
That's really good.
Awesome
movie.
movie.
Awesome
I
movie.
can't help but to stop
Awesome
every time
movie.
I pass
That's
TBS or something.
actually a good movie.
That's a really good movie.
Yes. And
Nicolas
every-
Cage is awesome in that. It's
Yes.
unbelievable.
And every time it's on TV, I have to stop on it. I'm like, I can't pass it up.
That's awesome.
And if you say if anyone in any chat says Harry Potter, you're wrong. Harry Potter's on once a weekend.
Yeah, and it's the worst thing to watch just on TV. Like if you're gonna watch it, do start to finish.
Do start to finish straight away.
Yep.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us here on the Trade Night Podcast. From me, Teddy Bear, Certified T, and Slupo.
Slupo!
Thank you so much for hanging out. Don't forget Combat FC, guys. Go check them out. And we will be here next week. Same time, same place. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.